Oh, crap. Prepare to jump into hyperspace on my mark.
All right, stand by.
Welcome to Wilbon 316. We're trying something a little bit different on the channel. We're going to talk about pro wrestling, maybe some pro wrestling figures, but we're switching it up today. I'm your host, Wilbon. With me to my right is Mrs. Wilbon.
Hello.
We got MrCawfee over there.
Hi.
We got a black rectangle named Zach down there. And over there, we got Dr. Forgon.
What's up?
That's gotta be Kane!
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
I love it.
That's gotta be Kane!
Don't be a son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Amazing.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god, he's got the glove.
Got the glove.
The commitment is so strong.
That's unreal. Yeah, this is a rarity. We're actually live at the right time.
Shut up.
Because he cares about wrestling more than Star Wars.
I like how we were like 2 minutes
I
late
mean,
for
I gotta
this.
give this one to Dr. Forgon. I gotta give that one to Dr. Forgon.
I like how we were still a minute late. He's like, "Oh my god, you're actually on time this time."
Right.
Shut up.
Not really. Not even on time.
If you
But,
can't tell, I got this mask when I was like 8 years old. So
Nah, that looks brand new, man.
It looks so good.
It's fresh out the box.
do I do the whole stream like this, or
I mean, if you want to, you
have
can.
the voice changer that you can.
hang on.
Oh yeah,
Let me
you
find
gotta
something.
have that.
Let me. Hopefully this razor blade doesn't pop out. I
am
Love.
Kane.
Royal Rumble.
I just think of The Rock every time. I don't even think of Kane when like I hear that. I just think of the Rock mocking Kane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Hayden. He's got the glove and everything. It's Anakin.
It's Anakin.
I mean, I've never seen the two at the same time before.
I can't deny that. I can't deny that. Appreciate you, Pletho.
That's gonna fuck up my hair.
Or Anakin in a rock band.
That's the real Darth Vader.
All right, gotta turn out my red
Straight
light
up.
now.
Damn. You need the pyro behind you too when you start the stream.
I know.
were
I was
actually talking
hoping. I was hoping I could do like one of these and then have like a fire effect. You know what I mean? Next stream, we'll work out the details.
No,
We'll-
get the
yeah,
actual
we'll work it
pyro and just set your room on fire.
Yeah.
Coffee
work.
spitting, bro.
That'll work.
We were saying last night, like, why did they use pyro last night?
Oh, it
for
was
the
when
machine guns. For the
machine
Motor
guns.
City machine guns, and it was all cloudy, and we were like, "Wow, they really don't use pyro as much as they did in the '90s." Because we've been
Yeah.
watching throwbacks episodes, and it's just always smoky in all the '90s
Yeah.
episodes.
Fucking
I like
initially
watching-
pyro budget. It's all on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the old stuff, and it's crazy how many signs there used to be, and now there's
Yeet.
barely any. You know.
Well, actually, I saw this picture yesterday in the airport of Indy's airport, and it says make a sign. There's a sign crafting center, so I think
Yeah, I
they're
saw-
trying
I
to
saw a
get
video.
people.
I hope
yeah.
so.
Me
Oh,
too.
dude.
Yeah. I think
We're thinking
when we
about
go,
bringing
we're-
one.
Yeah, we're gonna bring one. I think we just need to workshop what the sign's gonna be.
Mine's gonna
We
say, "Tiffy, will you be my Valentine?" Because we're going on Valentine's Day.
Perfect.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, perfect. You can't beat that.
I'm actually really mad because me and Jenna usually always go to SmackDowns or like we've never been to a Raw because they don't really come to Louisville. It's every couple years Raw comes to Louisville, but SmackDown will come to Louisville or Lexington pretty often.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were wanting to go to the Royal Rumble, with you two, but then that ended up not happening.
I know.
I didn't connect it in my head, and also ticket prices are insane for that. I was looking at them.
They're wild, man.
Yeah,
I have a feeling it's due to the John Cena thing, kind of inflating prices a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then and also Royal Rumble, you never know who's going to show up. So, and it is a big event. It's one of the big four.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but
I think if
I
we weren't
didn't
about to
connect
close on the
that.
house, we would be
Yeah,
going
for
for
sure.
sure.
I didn't connect that SmackDown would also be in Indianapolis on Friday night. We would have definitely went because
You
Friday night,
shoulda.
nothing else to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How
We went
far
to
is
see
that
fucking
for you?
Nosferatu instead last night. So when after that, I was like, wait, we could have went to SmackDown. I'm kind of pissed. And then gone to all the big exhibits they have for the big PLE and stuff. So
How far is
low
it?
key upset. What was that?
How far is it
far?
for you?
It's like 2.5 hours.
Oh my gosh!
But-
I wish it was that close for us.
But that's a really easy drive because once I got the Hayden signature, I was hyped, and the drive,
Mhm.
it was fast, and that was at like midnight. So
That's kind of what DC is for us. I would say it's closer to 2.
Yeah, we'll look at that sort of drive when we're going up for SmackDown in a couple weeks.
Loki,
Yeah.
Adam's spitting that Count Orlock cock over SmackDown.
Count Orcock.
Hey, I heard the extended cut gives us 5 more minutes of Orlock Dong. So
Sign me
We still
up.
haven't seen it, but
Yeah,
we need to.
the Smash scene could have been
Yeah.
a little extended for sure. If I had to pick
Oh,
one part of the
100%.
movie that could have been a little longer, it was her getting railed by the
The
century-old
vampire.
vampire.
Fucking Christ.
Man. So, for this first show, I kind of wanted to talk about pro wrestling in general, not specifically just the Rumble. Like, we're going to get into all that for sure and some figure talk, but I mainly wanted to talk about the appeal of pro wrestling as an adult because, like, so often it's viewed as like a thing for kids or like, oh, I really liked it when I was younger. And like, what made it appealing to me as an adult, like not having that childhood experience being into wrestling, but like getting into it later. I watched it off and on when I was younger, but like it wasn't really a thing in my house. Like my parents never put it on for me or anything, or like whenever I went to a friend's house, like it was just never something I was into. Like I just didn't get it.
Mhm.
But then like one of my buddies, like in high school and college, he was really into wrestling. And so like I watched it sporadically with him and kind of like, enjoyed it a little bit. But this past year, out of morbid curiosity, boredom, whatever you want to call it, I realized, oh, I have Peacock. Oh, it's WrestleMania this weekend. I'm going to watch WrestleMania just to see how it is, see if I enjoy it.
It's peak.
And I had a great time watching it. I didn't know
the best WrestleMania, arguably.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the majority of the wrestlers in it. I knew who The Rock was. I knew who Roman Reigns was. I knew who Randy Orton was, but like I didn't understand like Cody Rhodes' story or any of that sort of thing, like going into it. But like over the course of watching it, I was like, I got invested. Like I was enthralled. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get into this. I really enjoyed, this amazing event. So like when Monday Night Raw came on, like the following night, it's like I tuned in and I just kept watching. And then I brought it up with Courtney, Mrs. Wilbon, and she was like, "Oh, I grew up watching wrestling. I'm totally down to get into this." So
Yeah, I have
just-
3 brothers,
Mhm.
so
Oh yeah.
that was very prevalent in my house growing up. So I had no problem. I was like, yeah, let's check into it. Let's watch it. So, and we love to watch it together. He always says that I hate all the people he loves. So we'll have some good dialogue with that. But yeah, we love it. And we always say it's a soap opera with very athletic, hot people.
right,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
It's-
big meaty men slapping meat, and who doesn't love that?
exactly.
Oh, I love watching
It's-
men slap meat.
I
Oh,
mean,
for sure. But I would say it's more akin to something like an ongoing TV show versus an actual sporting event, which I feel like a lot of
Yeah,
people don't really process that. Like they see it and think it's like comparable to something like UFC or MMA or something. I'm like,
Mhm.
no,
No.
this is a reality
it's-
TV show.
Yeah, it's live theater with live stunt performers, and that's really what it is with storyline in the background.
And it's
And-
never off season either. It's not like, we have
Yeah, it's always there.
months without it. Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is you can kind of tune out for a little while and then come back and just kind of jump back into it and kind of understand what's going on generally for the most part.
it's just
Mhm.
easy to pick
Yeah.
up and watch.
So
Sometimes you watch it in the background. Sometimes you watch it paying attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all know what it
Yeah.
is, but it's entertainment, just like everything else.
Yeah.
And what else comes on randomly at a Wednesday night at 8 o'clock or a Friday night at 8 o'clock that's going to give you as much entertainment in some way as a wrestling show? Nothing.
Yeah.
So it's funny because you said you didn't really watch it while you were growing up, but you just started getting into it. I watched it every fucking week.
Same.
Twice a week growing up. I ain't gonna lie, John Cena was kind of like my childhood fucking hero because that's
that was your era.
Yeah.
Right.
Once they got into the PG era is when I kind of started tuning out. But I've always had like a very fond appreciation of it, and I've been going back and watching like Attitude Era stuff because when I was growing up, like we would get like the DVDs from the Attitude Era. We had like a WrestleMania. Oh God, which wrestle? It was one of the WrestleManias, and we had a couple of the old sort of pay-per-views on DVD as well, and I would go back and watch those. But I haven't really been getting back into it until recently. I'm not very caught up with everything, but I have
Mrs. Aren't right there.
But
let's go just
We
in
got
time.
a delivery,
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen.
But I've been getting a lot of TikToks and IG reels and everything. So I'm like somewhat caught up with it, but tonight, the Royal Rumble, I feel like this is the perfect place to get back in. So I'm super excited.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna get a Cody match in there along with the Rumble where like you kind of see everybody.
My goat is retiring. I can't miss it, bro. I can't.
Yeah, Cena.
My brother.
No, my goat is Steve Austin, but still, John Cena is like my childhood, so I can't miss it.
Straight up. Yeah.
Because my brother's closer in age to you, and he's also a big Cena fan. Whereas, like, John and I are a little bit more like, well, I watched the Attitude Era as a child, so my favorite was The Rock and Stone Cold.
Yeah, I do think Stone Cold's my favorite wrestler, but John Cena, like, that's what I grew up like actually watching week to week. So my mom took me to a live Raw that was in Tampa, and I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. I was literally so tuned out, like almost the entire time. But then John Cena came out to wrestle, and I was like fucking locked in, bro.
That's how it goes.
I'm so sad that Richmond got rid of its what's it called, baby? Or because they used to come straight to Richmond, 15 minutes down the road.
They just let it fall into disrepair, and then they just shut it down. Like it wasn't maintained properly.
That's Richmond for you, yeah.
Dragon, you want to go, or you want to, or I'll.
Yeah, I can go. I've been watching forever. My whole family loves it. All the way back to like my grandfather's mother, and then just been a big wrestling family. Been watching forever, and I watch everything: WWE, AEW, now Impact here and there. I watch stuff from Japan. I watch indie shit. Cool. So I'm a big wrestling guy. Sometimes some years I've paid less attention than what I normally do. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's been a part of my life forever. And
that's awesome.
There's a lot worse things to watch on any given day, and it's fun to sit around.
Maybe not in like 2002, but
yeah. There's just not anything else that gives me like the enjoyment that I get out of watching wrestling outside of like actual sporting events with like teams I like, So it's fun. And then collecting shit as I have forever, getting back into collecting wrestling action figures like I used to as a kid, it all coincides. But yeah, everybody can enjoy it. It's fun. You don't have to know shit. You just watch, pick out who you like. And
but wrestling is fake.
Is everything on
we
television.
know. So we love it.
So is everything.
So are all those dumbass sitcoms everybody watches. Right. But you know what?
You guys like movies about vampires? That's
all
fake.
Just because it's a predetermined outcome doesn't mean it ain't real that they're jumping off of 20-foot ladders into tables and shit.
Bro, you want to get hit with a chair?
The other day, he has a punctured lung, broken ribs. Like we know it's, we're not blind to that, obviously.
Right.
I was listening to an Undertaker interview, and he said whenever people say wrestling's fake, I tell them I have like 30 surgeries that say it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
that's what they go through, which is insane.
I thought JD died.
Same.
Legit-
I thought
It looked like his
legitimately,
neck
like-
snapped when it happened. It was absurd. I texted Wilbon.
That
I
was
was like,
scary.
JD might be dead or whatever I said.
Yeah.
As far
Like,
as
they kept playing it over and over, and I was like, ooh.
Oh my god.
as far as
I
my
mean, bro.
favorites go, Stone Cold, Sting, Undertaker, Mick Foley. So
Dude, that glass shattering does something to my
Mhm.
body,
I mean,
bro.
I used to. I remember
That's an
in the
immediate
90s,
dopamine hit when that
Yeah.
glass shatter
Yeah.
happens.
just flipping back and forth between Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Nitro. Like, is Stone Cold out yet? No. Is Sting out
Oh,
yet? No. Is
right.
Stone Cold
Mm.
yet? No.
Dude,
Just
Mhm.
back.
What might be
Monday
a
Night Wars.
really fun experience is to put like both Nitro and Raw on at the same time, like, and start them at the same time, because like they were doing shit to try to outdo each other as the show went along too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be a fun experience. to do.
my favorite pop of all time is Mankind versus The Rock for the WWF title, and then Stone Cold comes out.
Oh my god!
And
Yes.
that shit gives me goosebumps every time I watch it.
What
Every
an
single
insane
fucking
moment.
time.
I watched that clip this morning. Actually, it was on my TikTok.
Me
feed.
too.
Like that,
Yep.
that clip scrolled across. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this shit. This is hilarious.
When we were
Yeah,
talking
I don't
about,
think anybody gets bigger pops than Stone Cold because the glass shatter is just so iconic. And
yeah.
There
Yes.
used to be Legion of Doom, and then Stone Cold was like, "What if I just did that, but 17 times more?" Now I have that pop.
Speaking of the injuries thing, all I can think about was Mankind versus Undertaker at Hell in a Cell when he fucking throws him off the top of the fucking cage into the table. It takes him like 5 minutes to get up and get on the stretcher, and they're pushing him away, and he gets out. When you see him back in the ring, his fucking tooth is in his
Oh my God, I know.
fucking
And that's from-
nostril.
It's so nasty.
Because after he got thrown from the top, he got choke slammed.
Chokeslam
it,
through the fucking
and that's when his tooth went through
the
his-
cage.
That
and
is
out his nose.
that is the best match of all time. It is.
Oh yeah.
I love Mick so much, man. He fucking lost an ear in a barbed wire death match in Japan. Like, I love that guy.
I also
John thinks he might be in the Rumble.
I wish.
'cause he's-
I mean, I don't
sick.
think there's
I-
any way, but I would.
Look,
I would
he
love
came.
it.
He came back to OVW recently and did a
I
guest
know.
spot.
I know.
mean,
I was
he's
originally
lost,
gonna-
He lost 100 pounds, guys. Like,
I was originally gonna
wouldn't
pull
be
the cane mask
surprised
out.
if he pulled up and just did like one little bit where he just runs into the ring, and gets thrown out by somebody or something.
I would love it.
That's not a bad surprise pick. I was originally going to pull the cane mask out if we did like who was our surprise pick for a Rumble return,
Mhm.
like just a quick
You
surprise.
might be right, bro. You might-
I would.
He might
I
be.
would
There's
be.
like
Mick would be
15 we
great.
don't know.
Yeah. But Zach, if you want to tell us about your experience with wrestling growing up.
Yeah, so my earliest memories are probably watching Raw and SmackDown every week as a little kid. Like I was totally obsessed with it. I remember like I would cry. I remember I was in Florida at my stepdad and mom's house over like a summer break or winter break from school or whatever. 'Cause that's where I would stay. And then I would cry because like they didn't put Raw on, and they were having like a house party. I think it was a Friday night, I guess, or Thursday
like-
night or whatever. Like they were having a house party, and like the TV was in the living room, and I was crying because I couldn't watch like SmackDown. Like that's how much it meant to me when I was like 6, 7 years old. But I don't remember a lot of the Attitude Era live. My earliest memories are from like that 01, 2002, 2003 era where
It was like
Triple H was
Ruthless
just
aggression, like the ruthless
aggression,
Yeah.
early ruthless aggression era. And as far as like figures go, I had like you think I had a lot of Star Wars toys as a kid. Wrestling figures, I had like a tub. Like I don't
Same,
like
yeah.
one of those
Based.
giant tubs filled to the max of
fucking Jack's
and
classics. Oh,
the Jack Pacifics figures, and I love like looking at lists of Jack Pacifics, and I'm like, I had like that one, like
So
literally.
many.
I remember, I regret it as an adult now because I really wish I could save them for like a future son or daughter of mine. I think when I was in like 8th
What up,
grade,
Unc?
and I was like, I don't really want these wrestling figures anymore. I took him to like a toy store and sold like the whole bin for like $250 or something. So
The female
dumb
equivalent of that
8-year-old
is
me,
the female equivalent of that is getting rid of all your American Girl stuff. I just had this
Oh.
conversation with John the other day. I was like, why did I do this?
Why did you do
it's,
it?
It's the worst because like I
the
think
worst.
of toys that I had like wrestling figures specifically, and I'm like I would give anything almost to get some of those back and be able to
They're
play
so
with those
expensive
as
now,
like
too,
with
man.
my future kids or whatever. I know, and I was looking at Jack Pacific and some of those. I had a Shawn Michaels with the white pants and the silver heart, like the original one.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like and. Like that, those are insanely expensive
I
now.
want the
Even the one they
fucking
announced
Midnight
this last year
Express.
for SDCC is expensive. Like, but
Or the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette. The
I need that set. I
man.
I
He sells that on his
need
website.
it.
It's mad expensive.
Oh, I have that one.
I don't need
Oh,
it.
nice.
Yeah, I bought that.
Oh,
one.
the original one.
So,
That's what you're
yeah,
talking
I bought that shit day one.
But as far as
Hell
like
yeah.
modern, I think whenever like late high school, you know, we would like have it on in the house just like as a background thing every now and then, you know, and then through high school, like every now and then I wouldn't really watch it consistently in college, but WrestleMania, you always got to watch WrestleMania. And then, but especially now, it's easier because you don't really have to watch it scheduled to know what's happening. You can literally go on YouTube and watch a 20-minute highlight reel of like the storylines you need to know and like what happened to the matches, and you're good. Like, so if you can't catch it live, it's so much more accessible now, and I think they've done a really good job making it accessible. And I think with social media, that helps, like TikTok and Instagram and everything.
I love how they're using social media, like when things happen after the show, or like they're tweeting at each other and like keeping the storyline going.
Yeah,
Right. If
and I
something's
actually
Drew is a
like,
savage on Twitter.
yeah,
yeah,
like if something's like a little bit too non-PG, I guess, too TVMA for TV, like they'll put it on social media after, like when The Rock was beating up Cody last year, like, and it got really bloody. Like that clip just got posted online, and it was brilliant. Like, brilliant.
Or Kevin, they caught him, you know, beating Cody up, a fan with their cell phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Like
you can tell
a
who's
fan
good
recorded it.
You can tell who's really good at social media, and if they are good at it, then you can see them start to get over more with the crowd too. It helps.
And I think it helps that the wrestling now is actually a lot better than it used to be. Like, I know the stars were bigger back in the 90s, like late 90s especially, is whenever it peaked for like Stardom at the same time, all there. But the worst matches now are better than the mid matches then, because now, like, even if they're not a star, they're still super athletic and what they're able to do. But if you go back then, it was like a lot of the big stars were really good, and then a lot of the mid guys were.
We don't have Viscera versus Mabel anymore. We have Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah. Like, going back and watching all that Attitude Era stuff, like you're saying, the mid card was just almost unwatchable. It was almost unwatchable. Yeah. It was so bad. But then, like, you know, your stars were like bigger than anything today. Like,
it was very top heavy.
Felt that way.
It's
very
top crazy heavy. Thinking about it.
Yeah. Because you had like The Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind, Undertaker, and Kane, and Triple H. Like, Big Show. Those are Big Show. Just those guys were enough to carry the company back then. And then you just had like a bunch of jabronis, like
and like work rate guys
all the time.
Work rate guys back then, in the Attitude Era, in the Ruthless Aggression Era, all of them, they never really got much respect. Like, they'd come out, they'd work a good match against somebody, and they'd still lose. So now, we're full of work rate guys all over the place, and they win. They get more respect, and it's good. I like matches to be better. I don't really give a shit if they're funny or they're whatever the fuck. I just want a good match.
Shout out to the WWE Vault for posting some of these banger ass fucking. I just watched the 2001 Royal Rumble the other day. Oh my!
We had that on.
Is that the one where
the other
Kane
day
eliminates like 18 guys?
Dude, he's like he's like the fourth person in or the fifth person in, and he was the last person eliminated. He was in that shit for an hour.
Yeah,
I'll just say, I think Fatu is going to eliminate like 90% of the field.
Oh, for sure. I think they're going to make him look so strong tonight.
He should.
Yeah.
I could see him being.
He has been such an animal on SmackDown this year.
Keep him on the mic.
And
he's
it
so
just meant
hot
so
on
much
mic.
to me as a kid. And we would go to Hooters and watch the pay-per-views. like once a month. You know, they had them like once a month every 3 weeks or whatever.
Too expensive.
See, I never got to watch them as a kid, so I was always thankful that they would recap. You know, because my mom was not buying that for me at the age of 7.
Same.
For my
I was like, can we watch WrestleMania? And my
trying to beg
parents
for the $50 pay-per-view as like a 7-year-old.
Like, can we watch?
Yeah.
Can we watch WrestleMania? My parents would pull it up and see that's like $50, and they were like, "Hell no, we ain't paying for that."
We bought very few of them.
But even now, it's still really beneficial that they do recap because not everybody does have that access, or especially if they're really young. So that is very accessible, and it's not something they have to necessarily do, I guess.
Yeah, my dad actually got a girlfriend at Hooters. He like met a girl. They ended up being partners, and then
Appreciate you, Doug.
She ended up stealing his car, which is kind of crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, the $50 pay-per-view in like 2000 is wild though.
Fucking AEW right now, bro. Here's a fucking $60 pay-per-view. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm kind of at the point where it's like I'm so spoiled by WWE's
I ain't paying that
thing. I'm like, hell no, I ain't pay. I would never pay for that. No,
I ain't paying that shit.
Yeah. I just hope it eventually all goes to Netflix because it's so much easier watching Raw, like the Raw vault on Netflix than it is on fucking Peacock, because Peacock is so ass and garbage.
Peacock sucks, man.
It does suck.
I also have the ads version of Peacock, you know, so that doesn't help at all. But on the Raw vault, I was watching the 2002. It was like the Raw TLC match where Kane ended up winning alone because it was him and Booker T were tag team champions, and Booker T got jumped and couldn't make the match, and he won it. And that's like one of the best TLC matches, non-pay-per-view anyways. And it's just amazing because you can fast forward anything you want. Like I went back and I showed Jenna
That's fire.
I don't know if you all know the song "Digging Up Bones" by Randy Travis, but her grandpa wrote that song for Randy Travis, so her family gets royalties for it. I found Paul Bearer was singing "Digging Up Bones" when he like dug up Kane and Undertaker's parents for the thing, so I like pulled that up and showed her. It's so much. It's so awesome.
Like, hey, y'all probably got paid for this.
Yeah, right.
The worst thing about wrestling now is the WWE network died for Peacock. I hate that.
That sucks.
The network was peak.
It was.
We
really
watched SmackDown last night via VPN, and the experience was so much better.
Don't tell anybody. We watched it with a VPN. Don't tell anybody.
It was so much better. Like very little commercials, and then when it is commercial time, you're basically watching fan cams of them. Like
that's
with
cool.
the and you see a lot more of the matches as they continue. Like one of the breaks said it was like 4.5 minutes, and we just we got to continue to watch the whole time. So I got less distracted. I'm less on my phone, and it really did feel like an unbroken, almost like you were there.
Right. Mm-hmm. It felt more comparable to actually being at SmackDown, which was really cool. I do
that with AEW shows because you'll get a match with fucking Will Ospreay and they go to commercial. And it's like I ain't doing that. I'll VPN and just watch the feed, the Triller feed from the UK and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. But yeah, I would totally recommend watching the Rumble on a VPN if y'all can do that.
So just use a VPN and then go on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just set mine to the UK.
Change your location or anything, or
yeah, I just set my location as the UK, and then you can watch. They'll have, I believe, if you set it to like the UK on Netflix, they have like every pay-per-view on.
Dude,
Netflix.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, everybody but the US WWE stuff is on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's the US.
Fuck us, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. We're still stuck on that Peacock shit.
So I actually looked it up. The Peacock contract runs out in 2027, I think.
Oh God.
Oh,
so long.
Or is it 2026? It's one of these. So I'm hoping there's only a couple more years of Peacock
and everything
all on Netflix.
You know what? TKO should just buy out of the contract. Just like you'll make a name at the Mania gate. Yeah. Just buy out of it.
Yeah. It might be worth it for him, to be honest.
It expires March of 2026. So
even better.
Okay.
It's only 1 year. And that's only a year. But it's going to be terrible in the summertime at SummerSlam. They're like, oh, we extended the Peacock deal.
No,
for the
Bro,
U.S.
no.
Don't put that out there.
Don't put that evil out there.
Please.
But yeah, Raw on Netflix has been awesome recently.
Incredible.
Just like not having to fast forward through commercials on the replay is another bonus, and I feel like the camera quality is much better too, like the video quality.
It's insanely high quality. Like the first one, it was noticeably.
Oh god, it's like ultra 4K. It's like crazy.
We watch on Tuesdays, obviously, because you guys record on Mondays, so we really don't skip around. Whereas on USA, we were skipping so much crap, but we really don't now. And then obviously Fridays we watch live. But yeah, the camera quality is real high def. I can see every eyelash.
Yeah,
it's noticeable when you go back to network TV and you're like, oh god. And fucking NXT on the CW, you're like, what is this low budget shit?
Or Saturday night's main event was just like, oh, it's grainy. I don't like this.
Yes.
The Spanish audio feed for half the show.
Oh my! We switched to Peacock.
I did
to get away from that. The length, like at first it was like hee, and then it just kept going, and then it was like big, like wow, this is terrible that you haven't fixed this, and it's been minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes. It was so embarrassing.
Poor Unk.
I know you're saying.
I appreciate you watching, man. He's just trying so hard to understand what's going on.
Okay, I think, John, you should kick the big discussion off with your theory about why you think Jade was injured and why she's not back.
All right. So some months ago at this point now, like randomly, I'll start off by saying that, setting the stage that like Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are like dominating the women's tag team scene. Like they've basically been tag team champions the whole last year. Like save for when like Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were champions for like a month or something like that. But they've been champions all year. And then in the middle of, I believe it was the US women's mid-card tournament, Jade Cargill got hurt and like hit with a car or something off screen or some shit like that.
Yeah, she like fell into the windshield or something.
Shit.
Yeah,
it's like pushed into a car's windshield.
Right, and so she at one half of the tag team got hurt, and so Naomi, this other women's wrestler, stepped in and kind of just like slid in and took her spot and took her title because she's like been gone. And my theory is that like they staged her injury because they needed to send her to do some more to work on her in-ring work. I don't think her in-ring work has been super great since she got to WWE. I didn't watch her at AEW, but as far as I could tell, like she definitely seemed the lesser of the two in terms of in-ring ability. And I feel like they probably sent her off to like work on herself a little bit,
The
maybe on
Performance
her
Center.
ability on the mic, maybe at the Performance Center, etc. But that's just my conspiracy brain with it.
I have not considered this because she's just a specimen. So whenever I watch her, I'm not really thinking, wow, her technical ability, you know. But I don't know. I think this is an interesting take. I never crossed my mind. I thought it was I do think that they are not bringing it up enough. You know, if this was the 90s, every episode we'd have some kind of update. So I do think that I wish they would bring
it
this
reminds
up a
me
little
of when Stone Cold got hit with the car when he needed to have neck surgery or whatever, and they kept showing it over and over and over again.
Maybe
But
not
To
to that
remind you
level, but-
why they're out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I first off, her and AEW, there's some goated moments, bro, and not like good, like awful moments. Because she's not like not like the best. She was like her first big feud was Cody and Brandy Rhodes, and her tag team partner was Shaq, like Shaquille O'Neal. It was it was insane.
What?
One of my favorite promos of all time is Brandy Rhodes screaming at her about it not being open mic night. It's just awful. But yeah, she's not very good, like in the ring.
Yeah.
But I do think that they took her off TV for a few reasons to improve her in-ring game because all signs are pointing towards her and Bianca at WrestleMania in a singles match.
Right.
they wanted to get her out of the tag team without her taking a loss because she hasn't lost yet,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't. So that's a way to get her out of the title scene without her losing in a match.
Mm-hmm.
And then
There you go.
yeah, I think she's definitely been working to try to get better. She is a lot better than what she was in AEW, and that is because she's been doing it longer now, and then she's been actually in a training facility with WWE.
Do you think we'll see her tonight?
I do. Yeah, I think she'll
so
return
too.
tonight. Yeah.
I think it's been long enough because she didn't, as far as we know, she didn't have any actual injury. So
No,
yeah.
she was posting on Instagram looking fantastic. So I think she was okay.
I think it's it's like the Rikishi taking out Stone Cold angle. Like, I did it for you.
I did it for The Rock.
Yeah,
I did it
Bianca
for The Rock.
definitely took her out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Coffee, if you haven't seen that whole segment, like just YouTube Rikishi Stone Cold with the car hit Stone Cold with the car. It's prime
I did it
attitude
for
area.
you, Rock.
Yeah.
Do you remember
with the Rock?
Do you remember whenever Vince McMahon got in the limo and it blew up?
Yes.
Yes.
We need more of this. Like when Bronson Reed, I can't remember who he was fighting, but they went through the windshield. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we need. More.
I miss Bronson Reed. His booking was so damn good.
You know what I would do? Just because I'm a psychopath and I love watching big meaty men slap meat. Put Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh my god, that'd be
let
crazy.
it go.
And I think Jacob was going to be brought up and be as fabulous as he is now, regardless. But I do think with Bronson having broken his poor ankle and he's out for a long time, pushing him up to kind of take a little bit of that monster character, maybe happened a little sooner than they may have thought of originally.
He also probably shouldn't be jumping from as high as he did.
No, God.
He jumped off the top of the cage and landed right on his ankle.
You gotta know.
It was like what Edge did at AEW, like before when he broke his leg.
It was so bad.
What are you doing?
It's like if you're not a high flyer and you're gonna jump, just make sure you don't land on your fucking feet. If you're supposed to land on your stomach and torso, like
I saw the replay
if
so
you
many
can't do
times.
it, don't do it.
I
remember watching Edge do it, and I was like, "This might be the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen."
I looked at my buddy, and I was like, "That dude just broke his fucking leg."
Hell. It's like he jumped like straight down.
I know he really did.
He still won the match. How did we not call him audible?
I might have to pull that clip up.
I was about to say, maybe show a clip, maybe.
It's really
in the corner.
I could have done better. Like, I feel like I could have done better.
Oh God.
Yeah, I just love that he just loafed in the corner, like I can't. I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm dead now. I'm quite literally dead. Please get it.
If you like you guys are saying, if you do those jumps, you got to land flat. You cannot try to land on your fucking
watch
legs.
it again, y'all. I can't. When you show it, I'm not gonna look. Oh God,
I haven't seen it in a little bit.
This is Edge jumping.
Oh, Edge. Yeah, you could tell.
What a fucking
right
idiot.
away.
I haven't seen this.
He's like how old is he now? 40.
He's got to be in his 50s.
50. He's 50 something, yeah.
I'm gonna Google it.
And this is.
He's 51.
51. Like.
Why would you fucking do that, man? Come on.
What are you doing, bro?
And my guy Malachi, who never wins for some reason, still lost. Like,
bro,
how
do you lose to a guy with a broken leg?
Shoulder Bronson Reed one. It gets me every time, dude. He should be doing tsunamis. He should not be doing this.
Bro, I hate when they legit get injured in a match and they have a title and they still let them win, because then they come out the next night and like, I got to relinquish my title. I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Just make the switch right there.
Like, you can do it in the middle of the match.
I'm fucked up.
Call it off.
After.
Oh God.
Oh wait.
This one's so bad.
Everybody watches ankle.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of weight landing on that ankle. Like,
and then he just curls in the corner, Alex, until the whole thing is over.
Hey, pull up the Owen Hart one next.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
I think
have you seen this
earlier? Yeah, he mentioned Owen in the chat.
I was about to say I think Cook talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Owen Hart, and then they just kept going. They just so
really
bad.
He said, anyway.
The
Yeah.
Sid Vicious, have you seen his leg snap from the turnbuckle spot?
No. No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I don't want to go down a path of just looking at people breaking
We're
their
just gonna
legs.
look up like wrestling
Yeah,
injuries.
I think that's
That shit
enough.
was
I think it's enough.
dangling.
That's enough injuries.
I
We
just
do
don't
not
get
need
it.
Ricochet back. We do not need Ricochet back.
Oh, we got a Ricochet fan in chat.
Dude,
Bro,
I just don't.
he's fine in AEW. That's where he needs
don't
to
get
stay.
it.
Yeah, just
Why-
he's good to do
He
his
went,
flips.
he went as high as he
and-
could in WWE.
Yeah,
Why would
he
you
was-
jump from 15, 16, 20 feet up and land on your fucking leg? Why
Yeah.
would you think that that is a good
Do we
idea?
think that was impromptu? That could not have been.
Yeah, I don't
Doug.
think they were gonna have him go to the top.
We won't show anymore, Doug.
we won't watch anymore.
There's a old Dusty Rhodes quote where he just says, "Don't be doing shit you don't know how to do," and I think about that all the time when stuff like this happens. Don't
Exactly.
be doing shit you don't know how to do.
Better than Bronson Reed. What?
Okay, stop.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
what are we talking
Get out the
about?
chat.
Yeah,
What are we
Get out
talking
the chat.
what are we talking about? What are we talking about here?
We're not the same man.
I love
he
Ricochet
does
flipping
does
around.
Yeah, he
He's
does his
good.
flips and stuff. That's cool. But Bronson Reed,
Yeah, but he's
He's
a
an animal.
WWE Speed champion, right?
It's rare to get a big meaty man who can do the things that like Bronson and Fatu and some of those guys can. It's rare to get.
War Raiders,
Fatu
they
is
move
a-
very well for their
I love
size.
the War Raiders. Yeah.
yeah,
Wait, they
they're
just
awesome.
recently changed their gimmick, right? They're the oh wait, no, they were the Viking Raiders for a while, and then
Uh-huh.
now
Yeah,
they
now
just
they're
changed
back
it
to the War Raiders. Yeah,
the War Raiders.
Their pre WWE name was War Machine, and that took me a long time to get used to.
Oh, yeah.
Viking Raiders.
Viking
I
Raiders.
actually, I actually have a hot take on Clone Command's most recent.
Uh-oh.
Go
chat
on.
here.
So I have a
I
thought too.
I actually really like Grayson Waller.
He's a little agitator. He grew.
I really like him because he's really good in the ring. Like he's actually really really good, and he knows how to get the crowd pissed off. I don't like Austin Theory that much, but Grayson Waller is like I feel like I really like, and I've seen him live a couple times because going SmackDown's here.
This is what I was going to say. When you see them live, you actually start liking them. On TV, no. But if you see them live, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I see where
Yeah,
this is going.
I did not care about Isla Dawn and Alba Fire one bit until we
Until I
saw them in
her
DC.
ass.
And, yeah, we saw her ass, and also we saw her interacting with a kid and like messing with this little kid that was in the front row, and that
Yeah,
shit
they're
was
like-
just so that shit was just so funny.
Alba's pretty good. Like I hate that they've stuck them in a tag. Isla is like
I love
she's all
Isla.
right. She's all right.
Yeah,
But
She
Alba
has a
is the
big
better one.
ass.
Yeah, and you know Isla's got
she
the
just
ass.
has a big ass.
which-
Yeah.
I mean, you can't fight that. But I
Well, we
also
saw
like
Naomi.
Theory more than Waller too. So.
When we saw, when we were in DC, we saw Naomi, Bianca, and Jade, and they were like in their America leotards or whatever. I cannot believe Naomi in real life. Thick.
Yeah,
Donk.
yeah. On TV.
Look.
I mean,
Does not show.
she's
I mean,
got
she
some
does
cake
some
on
thick
TV,
flips.
but in person, I was like, what?
We were gagged. We were gagged.
Yeah,
Jesus
Man,
fucking
yo.
you have
Christ.
to look
That's
at
what we took from that match was woo.
yeah. Yeah.
I also
Some
really
of these-
like.
some of these women are stacked.
I also really like Pretty Deadly.
Oh, we love
I'm
them.
a Pretty
We
Deadly
love
fan.
them.
Side plate
They were
check. I
perfect
need
last
it.
night. We need more.
Yeah, I love those guys. They're awesome.
It sucked. They were finally getting a push like maybe a year and a half ago, and then one of them like hurt their shoulder or something, and they had to kind of halted their push a little bit.
Dude, they were awesome.
And one just
in
got
NXT.
married.
Yeah.
I love them. I
Blonde
hope
one,
they
maybe?
are featured more. Yeah, I know one who got married, so maybe they honeymooned and fingers crossed now
Yeah.
they'll push them.
Now they'll give them that push. They're in this ongoing storyline with DIY right now that hopefully ends with them getting the titles.
So my
Yeah, I
favorite
hope so too.
my favorite kind of wrestling is tag team wrestling. I'm a big tag team guy. Always have been. You know, since I was a kid. So I really want the WWE tag division to get back to where
It's
needs to
stepping
be.
up, I think.
Yeah.
I feel
With
like it's
when
getting
Motor
better.
City came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, when
crazy
the Hardys
that they're
return
in-
tonight, you know.
Oh,
I think
crazy
they're- I
they're
think
in
they're too.
WWE.
Yes.
Jeff's wife posted something where like she's all dressed up. So either she may come back or he's gonna come back for the Rumble.
Well, they got that partnership with TNA, so.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of big crossovers for the Rumble tonight.
Joe Hendry.
After they announced that, Joe Hendry.
If I don't hear Joe Hendry's music, I'm gonna be mad.
But
There's
also
no way
at the
he
same
won't be
time, if you read that paper or the contract, it literally says TNA and NXT superstars. So we don't know if they're actually going to be doing stuff with WWE people. But Joe Hendry said he wants to match with John Cena, so we'll see what happens.
If they don't face off in the ring tonight for about 5 minutes,
then it's not happening.
Yeah.
What if the Rumble starts with Joe Hendry? That'd be fucking wild.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Or John Cena. What if John Cena just goes in number 1? Wouldn't that be nuts?
No.
Wins the whole thing.
I think there's a good shot that they do Joe Hendry 1 so he could do his full intro. I think that would make sense.
You got to think about the entrances. Who
Oh, true.
Like
Either that or like Jey Uso, so you get 10 minutes of yeeting before the actual.
Yeah, before the actual.
He probably
actually starts.
Jey Uso probably will be number 1.
Who do we think is gonna? What do we genuinely think in terms of winners?
I think.
I mean, I'm biased, so
we could do our final fours. I think final fours are interesting too. But yeah, we'll get into the winner stuff.
I think we kind of there's a general consensus that the final 4, the 3 are at least going to be Roman, Cena, and CM Punk, and then I think the 4th one is, I think it's going to be someone like, Fatu or just somebody you wouldn't kind of expect.
Okay.
Like Fatu, somebody that they're like that's younger. Maybe they're trying to get a big push. Like
they're trying to push someone. Yeah,
like Braun Breaker. I think that would be a good one to be towards the end.
Because I feel like if it's 4 big ones, that's a little too predictable. And then I also think somebody like Roman or John Cena is going to get eliminated kind of early or in the middle of the match, or like whenever they come in, because then that'll push like whatever they're going to do for WrestleMania. So
Jade
I think it's going to be 3 big
like
ones and a random.
Because they have too many huge main eventers to like be in title matches. So you kind of have to have those grudge matches at WrestleMania too.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of think that's what they're going to end up doing with Rock and Roman. I just have a feeling that's where that ends.
Tell me if this
it doesn't happen this year, it ain't happening.
Tell me if this is out of pocket, because I haven't really been watching much, but it almost, like, since John Cena's back for his retirement tour, it almost feels like that's what they expect people to think to be the winner. Yeah. And I think they're gonna throw you a curveball with that.
I would agree with you.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
But Papa H, his booking is kind of safe and predictable in like the big moments. So
that's true.
I wish John Cena would come
I normally would agree with you on that.
Me and Forgon were talking about it before. I know we were talking about the Rumble, but I was like, it's Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes tonight, and it's like, you already fucking know who's gonna win the match.
Yeah.
Like, you already know.
And I feel like they're kind of doing the best they can to make you feel like Kevin could win, because it's like, oh, they're setting up, like last night, it's like, oh, they're setting up something between Kevin Owens and CM Punk potentially at Mania. And I'm like, that is straight up a red herring. There is there's no way in hell Cody is not walking into WrestleMania as champion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
1000%.
But I agree with Punk, Cena, Roman Reigns. Definitely 3 of the final 4. I can definitely see it that way.
I hope LA Knight goes far. I hope he's in there.
I think my 4th guess, just to showcase him even more, would be Penta. So I would love to see Penta in it for just to be elevated with those other main eventers. He'll probably get eliminated like halfway through, but if I was putting my money on it, it'd be him for sure.
That'd be awesome. It would be cool to see a fresh face like in the mix at the end. That would be cool.
I'm just hyped,
but I think I think generally that Punk, Roman.
We're not thinking Gunther. Oh wait, no, he's not in it.
Nah, he won't be in it.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like
Goldberg coming back, maybe.
Yeah, Goldberg is coming back. Yeah.
If you expand it out and think about the last 6, you can get some different people in there. You know, then you can get like another big
Bill Goldberg.
Goldberg just gonna come back and hurt people again.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking kill someone today.
If Goldberg comes back, I'll turn that shit off. I don't want to see that.
I
I ain't watching that.
Like I used to love Bill Goldberg as a. Why did I say Bill? I said Bill Goldberg now because
Bill.
Wilbon said the.
Yeah, it's Bill Goldberg.
Yeah,
the Bret
Bret Hart
Hart
has
thing.
trained me. Bill Goldberg.
I know the Bret Hart, but
Oh my God,
I used to
Bret
love
Hart.
him as a kid because I never really got to watch. I never watched WCW when I was a kid. I was literally just
Me
watching.
either.
I think it was mostly over by the time I could even remember. Like I remember my brother would watch it, but I was really little at that time. So I always had this like the aura of Goldberg was bigger than the wrestler, and then when I got a little older, and he did come in, he did a WWE run, and I was a very impressionable kid at that time, so I loved Goldberg then. But when I got older and realized, wait, this dude was actually kind of ass, he just hurt people all the time. And, like you watch his wrestling matches, and he couldn't wrestle, and everybody hates
he would
his
just
guts.
spear people.
The
He's
dude's
not
kinda
good.
garbage, yeah.
Like, how do you have bad matches with Bret Hart and Sting and Triple H and all these? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And
Bret
they
Hart
told
can
William
have a
Regal
good
do
match
5
with a
minutes
mop,
with him,
like-
and
Yeah.
It's awful.
like
If he comes out tonight, I'm turning the TV off.
Dude, I will. Like, I hate him. I think he's the
all right,
worst.
so Hogan or Goldberg, who'd you rather have come out?
Hulk fucking
I
Hogan,
want,
not even close.
I want Punk to throw his dusty ass over the
Oh,
rope,
yeah.
just like he's
I want
done
him.
with-
I want Hogan to break a hip as he gets tossed by CM Punk.
Yeah, I don't think he'll
Hogan's
ever
that
come out again because that was awful. That
It
that
was-
was
it
great.
was
It was
so
awful for
good.
him, but
It was
it was secondhand
unbelievable.
embarrassment.
It was great.
He was
I loved
supposed
every
to be
second of him
on
getting
the-
booed.
on the last Saturday night's main event, and they pulled an audible and brought Jesse the Body back.
Oh, put him on the mic always. The shit that he
Yeah, I
says
love
is
Jesse.
incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bill
so for
Goldberg's the
women-
worst.
I really want EO to win. I like really
EO?
want her
Oh,
to. Yeah,
Based W opinion.
I think
Yeah,
EO
that's
should
what
win.
I want
Dude,
to win.
I think it's inevitably Charlotte Flair, though. Unfortunately,
100%.
But here's the thing. Last
Yeah.
night, I have zero experience with Charlotte Flair, but that promo last night, I have no choice but to stand because she was putting her whole pussy into that, and I'm ready. I'm ready.
I mean,
I'm
she's
ready
good.
tonight.
She's good, but like, come on, bro.
I'm ready.
You know
I'm
who I
ready
want to
to
win?
stand.
Win the
and
Royal
she's
Rumble?
won 14 titles already. Like,
Her and
let
Tiffany
somebody
together?
let somebody else.
together.
Yeah, that will be a good match.
That title's gone if she wrestles Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, that's true.
Tiffany's my baby. I love her. I just think she's so funny. I love her to death. And
She's so
Chelsea.
hot.
Oh my God, my little baby Chelsea.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea
She's the best.
Chelsea's
Green.
awesome.
She's so funny.
You know her husband, Matt Cardona, used to follow me on Instagram when I had the big account.
Really? Some people said he might come out tonight. I
Before
was
he
like,
got
I don't know
banned.
enough to know enough, so I don't know. Where's he at?
He's just
GCW,
independent,
everywhere.
right?
Yeah.
He does anything. Yeah. He's the indie god. But you know who I want to win the Women's Royal Rumble?
Who?
AJ Lee.
Dude, I was about to say,
Bring her
I've
back.
seen
Uh-huh.
so many fucking videos where people want AJ Lee to come out to the Rumble tonight, and all I can
I hope
think
she
about
does.
is like her coming out number 30. Fucking, it'd be a wrap, bro.
I definitely think she will be there, but I
That
don't
pop
think
would
she
be
will win.
insane.
That yes, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that pop would
Punk
be
was like-
fucking wild.
No, she's at home. She's watching Larry, which means she's not at home. She's not watching Larry.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, come on. You can. Not all of us can have good opinions, and that's okay. That's okay.
I am more excited for the women's rumble because we're gonna get a lot of returns and shit. So a lot more in this
Mhm.
one, I think, than the men. Because there's a lot of big name women that have been
Yeah.
out for a while. So
I also
Mhm.
really want to see
Asuka.
Alexa Bliss return. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon
Yep.
now.
Right.
yeah, she needs to come
Yeah.
back for sure.
I got the figure right here.
Hopefully Becky returns tonight as well.
Apparently, that's one of the best of the year. I was watching
Becky! Oh,
My
I'd
Damn
love that.
Toys.
Oh,
Yeah,
Becky Lynch is
video.
great.
That's my goat right there for sure.
I heard someone said maybe Roxanne or Lash Legend might pop in because
There'll be a
I'm
few
assuming
in
they're
it.
getting pulled. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Roxanne was in there
Keebler.
last year, right?
She was in there last year.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a lot of her wrestling. I just see a lot of her promos.
She's good. I want EO to win though, so she can save us from our long national nightmare of Rhea Ripley holding that
Hey, listen,
title.
Hey, don't talk shit, bro. I don't want to hear
I
it.
love
Hey,
Rhea.
Rhea,
but I'm
Rhea's
shit,
not-
awesome. Rhea's awesome.
I love
but
Rhea.
Come on.
Mhm. I
The
love Liv
booking.
too.
It's not Rhea. It's
But-
the booking. The booking has been terrible.
It's Rhea
Yeah.
Hogan, and I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to cool her off. I mean, you'll never cool her off, but like Come on.
She's
bro.
too
Yeah.
big of a star now. Like she's getting like the Stone Cold treatment where she just runs into the ring and beats the shit out of everybody and leaves. Like that's
And
just
leaves. Yep.
But she could also probably beat the shit out of all of them in real life too. So
Yeah.
it does make
You're
sense.
not wrong. You're not
Because
wrong.
if we don't get Io winning and challenging Rhea, then we're gonna get Rhea and Liv again at WrestleMania.
No.
and
No.
that feud needs
Dude.
to end.
Okay, I haven't even been watching, and even I'm tired of seeing that shit pop up.
Yes.
Like,
He ain't
I
even
love them
watching.
both.
Yeah,
We need
I ain't
to
even
move on.
watching it week by week, and I am so tired
So
of
old.
that fucking feud popping up. It is
Yeah, we
so
gotta
Liking
move
Liv in
on.
tag. I'm liking her in tag. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Her and Raquel are good in tag.
She can
Yeah.
chase a mid-card title. They have mid-card titles now. Chase the mid-card title.
Right.
Yeah. We're getting tired of her.
Yeah, and get Michin away from Chelsea. That's getting old
Don't.
too.
Y'all, I told John not to bring this
that
bitch
shit
up.
that shit is ass. I'm sorry. I love
cannot
Chelsea
stand
Green.
Michin.
Yeah, it's just there's no heat with that to me. It's just not.
And they
it's just
don't,
not.
they don't
old at
work
this
well
point.
together. They don't work well together.
Cook is
Also,
spitting.
I think
Hell
that
yeah.
Grimace.
Yeah, I want to see
No.
Grimace in the Rumble.
I don't know how to word this properly, so I hope this comes out okay. I have a big issue with Michin, and it's not the fact that I can't stand her. I feel like I think she appropriates cultures that are not hers in her gimmick. I think
You're
that
not
she
wrong.
acts like she's, I don't know how to say this great, but I think she acts like she's like Latino or has that sort of vibe, and she is not at all. And I don't know
Yeah.
why no one has said anything about that. This is like when Bailey came out in a pharaoh outfit. Like this is very old, like theme from a different time, and it just feels very inappropriate.
It reminds me of a gimmick they would do back in the day, where like somebody is not the race that they're like.
I was gonna say,
appropriating.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a very old timey WWE thing.
Yeah,
Also,
Yeah,
doesn't mean
get rid of
exactly.
this- let's get rid of this terrible ass Michin name. Go back to her regular name.
Mia Yim.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know
Yep.
why can't she be Mia Yim?
I don't know.
I agree.
It's an old Vince thing that she got her name changed.
Yeah.
And it just has
They did the same. They got rid of Butch for Pete Dunne. Why can't they do the same for her? Like,
I mean,
don't
they
know.
effectively killed Pete Dunne and then changed his name. So I'm glad.
yeah, truthfully, yeah. Uncle Doug is such a
Aw.
trooper.
Dude, I'm getting like goosebumps right now just thinking about tonight.
It was
Like,
so good.
I'm so fucking excited.
We've been so hyped.
I
I've
do
been
hope
watching.
that Kevin throws a tantrum tonight because I think his
Oh, yeah.
tantrums are 10 out of 10.
I'm hyped for that ladder match almost as much as I am for like the Rumble itself. Like
Triple H.
Yeah.
that
I want
ladder
to see him
match.
take a
really
huge
good.
spot off a ladder
Yeah.
because he has the body type to be able to take
I
big
want that
spots off
package
ladders. and
pile
shit, so-
driver on
Yes. Yeah.
The
Oh,
I
God.
I have a
Royal
feeling
Rumble?
we could see Randy Orton come back and somehow intervene in this match because it's no
We haven't heard from him. We haven't heard
it's
about him.
it's no disqualifications, so somebody could come run in and
Look,
fuck some shit up.
I'm
Oh,
ready
is
for
it no
Randy to
DQ?
get another title run. I'm kind of tired of him.
Ladder
just-
matches are no DQ.
dude, we need a Randy versus Cena for his retirement.
We need one more.
okay.
We
Randy
need
Cena
one
Cena
more Randy
feud.
versus Cena.
I also want a Randy title run before he ends up retiring too.
Mm-hmm.
Cena beats Cody at WrestleMania for the title.
And
Randy
I don't
Orton challenges him, takes it
I
off.
I don't want babyface Randy. I want the heel
He's the
Randy
best being a heel.
that was
yeah.
hunting
Yeah.
people. I want that.
Bald-headed
Yes.
psychopath.
Yes.
There's
He's
certain
hearing the
wrestlers
voices.
that are way better as heels, and it's like him, Triple H. Like there's
I would
a
say
lot
Kevin
of other
Owens
ones
is
out
so
there.
Kevin
much
Owens.
better as
Kevin
a heel.
Owens.
100%. Yeah, he's not a face at all. That shit sucks.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's weak.
I told John he reminds me of like a third grader named Hunter who is like stomping around because he got told no, and Kevin kills it every single time. Every single
It's
time.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's been his heel stuff, like if you go back to his Ring of Honor days where just coming through the crowd and yelling at the management for keeping him out of the arena and shit. It's just always been good.
Do we assume McAfee's gonna pop in, right?
Oh, it's
I
an
think it'll
indie.
be-
I think
Yeah.
he will be in the Rumble itself.
It might be another repeat of last year where like Fatu and some of those guys are in and they play his music and he's like, I'll just
Oh,
sell
wait,
for the
no,
night.
like
no.
Omos was in there, and he
I
was
don't
like,
Oh,
"No."
that's like Drew Carey. Remember we just watched that where Drew Carey was like, actually, I want to take
Yeah,
myself
Yeah,
that
when,
was
out.
the
when
that was the
Kane came
2001.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Drew Carey
he was like trying to
5.
hand cane money or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really
that was
hope-
2001.
I hope they don't pull in Tyrese Halliburton because they're teasing he's going to
think
be
they
in it, and
will.
it's like that's
I
such
think-
a wasted spot. You know,
Yeah.
he's
The,
a
the
basketball
NBA
player for
player.
the Pacers.
Oh,
for the
yeah,
Indiana
because they hyped
Pacers.
him up last night a lot.
Yeah, it's like
Right, with
that's just such a
Carmelo?
wasted spot because now then there's only 29. That's like one less room for a surprise.
Well, have him do
Yeah.
something that doesn't involve him.
Well, we're
being
gonna
in
get the
match.
Rock at 31,
Yeah, that would be
so it'll
perfect.
even out. We're gonna get the Rock at 31, so it's gonna even out.
Okay,
If you
I mean, I'm down.
The final boss is like, actually, I'm going to add an entrant.
Yeah,
And-
I'm gonna come in at number 31.
And I kind of like that because he's part of the board, so it's like the angle where he can basically
I mean,
just
he
do whatever
could.
he wants. You know,
Yeah, you can.
Right.
I think the best way to utilize him is to make him another version of like the Vince McMahon character, where he's like
Yes.
the corporate guy who comes in and
Ooh.
just screws somebody over. Not necessarily to have Rock
without
always
all the
wrestle,
sexual abuse.
but without all the sexual. Let's clarify that. Let's
Hey,
not
Rock
do
just
any of
pisses
that.
in a bottle. Rock just pisses in a bottle and makes you.
That's
curious.
if that's the only
Mhm.
freaky shit the Rock does, I'm okay with that. It's still weird, but it's whatever you got to do to work out, man.
Or he'll just
Does-
ask you to donate to the Hawaii volcano eruption fund. It's like, bro, you and Oprah are billionaires, dude. You got this.
You just want to buy more of
Yeah.
Maui.
He's like, if I don't film it, I can't donate it. So sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Doug's question. I don't know the answer, but I this may just be me. I don't really like when there's a lot of color. I think when color is used appropriately, it's really effective. But sometimes I'm not a big color all the time. person.
I wince when there's like
I don't
an
like
ass
it.
load
I
of
don't like it when
blood.
there's
So-
too much. If it
Yeah.
needs to be used appropriately.
Like it was pouring. Like what's his name the other day?
Braun Strowman was like,
Yes, I was like, this is
gushing blood.
unnecessary. I don't like it.
Or like
Yeah,
when
I'm,
Drew McIntyre was in Hell in a Cell and he got gashed and like there was just so much blood. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I like it when it makes sense, but whenever
Right.
it's just kind of doesn't make sense, I don't think it's really necessary.
Scar me for life. Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
I'm a mark for blood, but I'm like you. I don't want blood and everything because then that
No.
devalues when somebody does bleed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it has to fit. But like back in the 70s and shit, Doug, like that was just another way for them to reinforce like what is happening in the ring. And a lot of those storylines, like those people were so over to a level that will never happen again back then with some of those guys. So you gotta make sure everybody can see what's happening in the arena. And what better way to convince somebody that, this guy from another country is trying to kill me than if I have blood all over my face,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Another thing that gets me, dude, is the fucking thumbtacks.
Oh yeah.
Back in the Attitude Era and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god,
Dude,
the
like
fucking
when Mankind would always pull out the
Foley
bag.
dumps out the bag. Yeah. Oh man.
I love it
Oh.
all when it's required. Like today, like now, people have gotten to a point where they overdo it so much that it kind of makes it crazy. But like when it's done right and when it calls for it, there's room for thumbtacks. When it calls for it, there's room for a light tube. I'm an
Like
ECW guy too.
when a feud
so-
gets to a level where they need to have that sort of level of a hardcore match, then I get it. But
you
just
can't do it.
it
in
seems
everything.
like a lot of it at AEW, it's like they do it for the sake of doing it, and that's
Just the
problem.
reaction of it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I was looking up the card because oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's that picture of Moxley from Japan with the fucking bamboo skewers stuck in his forehead. He's
No.
got blood running
Oh.
down.
Oh,
Ugh.
I haven't
absolutely
seen
not.
that. I was looking up the card because I couldn't remember what the other match was, and I forgot. It's like
It's the,
DIY Motor City. I don't give a shit
The
about
tag
that.
team match.
I'm sorry.
And I'm glad that they're doing a tag match on a pay-per-view because they haven't done one
Yeah.
all year, I think. I think this
At
is
least
the
we get
first
pretty deadly.
one. Yeah, this is the first one in a long time. I think since the women's tag team was at Clash of the Castle, I think. Was the last
Jeez.
tag anything on a PLE. So
Oh
That's a
my
good-
god. I believe this is Carmine. What's up, dude?
What up?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite matches of all time. Honestly,
Mhm.
that's
Hey,
one that
I
I'll
can't get
put
over
on. And
Just to-
I'll put
yeah.
on randomly just to have on in the background.
he's
And just
dead. He's dead. There's no way he's alive.
Good God Almighty! Good God Almighty!
Match.
I mean, oh my god. No, I'm looking at what fucking shadows. Oh,
Oh, hey, bro.
fucking
Oh, no.
hell.
Well,
Am I
I'm not
missing out
showing
on
that on
something?
stream.
No, don't show it on stream. Just watch it.
No, Doug, do not watch that. You
Absolutely
would not like that. Don't watch that one.
I'll abstain. I'll abstain from that one. For the sake of my mental health, I'm not looking at it.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilbon, when are we gonna convince Mr. Coffee to slap a pre-order on 2K25?
I
right
mean,
now.
dude, it looks very good. So I'm really not opposed.
Bro, we need to do the GM mode.
God,
because-
And I believe it has crossplay.
I think
so
it's
if
up
you want
to
to
4
get it
players too, right?
Yeah. If you want to get it on PC, it should have crossplay.
See, that's
Oh,
something
yeah,
I would
thanks.
probably pick up on the Xbox and just play while chilling in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's what John
Mhm.
does. He likes it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go console
yeah.
this time. Like, even though I don't intend on playing the island thing, like, it's part of the game. If I get it on PC, I won't be able to access it. So.
I'm worried about the island thing because NBA 2K was great, and then they added the fucking park and the city or whatever it's called, and now it's not even a damn basketball game anymore. You can I was watching video. You can literally like go-kart race in NBA 2K. I'm like, when? Like,
What?
when
It's not
can
a
I-
basketball game anymore.
Like,
Is it a separate
what
thing
happened
you
to-
launch into, or is it like straight from the beginning as soon as you open the game?
I don't know. I just saw the clip of people go-kart racing in back, and because I haven't bought NBA 2K, I thought
Maybe.
I used to buy it every year, and then like 2K22 or 1 was just the gameplay was awful, like the actual on the court basketball, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm done with it, and I haven't really been interested in buying it since. And then I see a clip of them fucking go-kart racing. I'm like, no wonder the gameplay's shitty. Like this is what they got their devs working
You're
on.
doing something
and
else. It's not
microtransactions.
basketball anymore.
If it's a separate thing, I'm
Right.
cool. But like, if I load it on console and it's like walk around the island, like fuck off. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah.
But the problem is like that's what they make the devs focus on, and that's what they update rather than
Right.
the actual in
The actual
Yes,
wrestling
my
gameplay, what you
in-ring
need. Like,
animation and stuff.
you-
Yeah.
But I think for WWE games, I like to buy them every other year. I think that's like a good flow. I haven't bought one since 2K23. I didn't buy last year's. I think every other year for WWE games, it's like perfect. Because there's enough like you can download the calls and stuff and custom wrestlers and
Yeah, fucking the fucking what's the status just rips the files from the game and uploads the actual characters. So
yeah.
I might pick up 2K25. It looks very good. Like like graphics wise,
24 is a lot of fun. I will say, I think in 25 the actual story mode and stuff looks better because in 24 it's lacking. I would say.
It's the last.
I think they focused a little bit too hard on My Faction, which is like their equivalent of Ultimate Team. I would say,
Yeah.
which is not good at all. It's awful.
I remember playing SmackDown versus Raw 2008. That was
That goated. Those games were, and then I had all of them. Like the one with Brock Lesnar on it. Here Comes the Pain.
Here Comes the
was
Pain.
so good.
Ugh.
I think the
SmackDown vs.
last
Raw, like 06 or something.
I think the last wrestling game I played, it was like it's called like it was the WrestleMania one, whatever one that was. I forget which one it is.
you can
But, like the story mode is just playing like the most iconic match from like every single WrestleMania.
Nice.
Oh, that's
So
sick.
for
I think
like 3 it was
they-
Hogan versus Andre.
Yeah, they do. At least in 24, they have like the showcase mode where you
like
can
the
play
showcase.
through like these big matches like at WrestleManias, and those are
Right.
really fun because like it splices in clips of the matches like as you're playing it. Like when you get to like a checkpoint, like it'll transition from the gameplay to the clip of the match. Like it's just a really cool presentation how all that's set up.
It's just what you
That's
got to
sick.
do. You gotta upload the MNF logo, so then you can then make the MNF World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The MNF
when
you know,
we
and you can defend it.
a couple months ago, I started working on something with like the custom wrestlers and stuff with MNF related things.
Yeah,
I think when 25 comes out, I'll fully complete that.
and
that
then just
process.
book you guys to Never Lose.
Welcome to the channel, Willie. This is our first time talking wrestling, but we do plan on making this a sort of monthly thing. Usually we do Star Wars figures and all that weekly, but feel free to stick around.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Depending on how people react to this, we might end up doing it more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this isn't something that I think will grow the channel really all that much, but it's just
but we can
something
have
that-
fun.
Yeah, it's just something that like I've been trying to work on something to get a show with Zach, and me and Courtney are big wrestling fans, so this is something we've kind of been workshopping for a while. So
I
I
mean,
feel like
with
me
it,
and Wilbon throw out an idea for like a monthly show, like every 6 months. We'll be like, hey, you want to do like a monthly like NFL show, or you want to do a monthly wrestling show, and then it just never happens. And
yeah,
but it's finally here. It's finally here.
yeah.
we finally got something.
Dude, I had to like. Whenever we announced like we were officially going to do this, I was like, I have to remember to get the Kane mask. I gotta find my Kane
That was
mask
so
from my
cute.
childhood.
That was
Could've
awesome.
got
So I
my
literally
Uncle
like
Howdy
30
mask.
minutes before we went live, I was like digging. I had to move like 8 boxes to get to the box or the tube that this was in. So
I think it's so
hope it
cute
was
you
worth it.
did that. I love it.
That's so sick.
I think the only thing John could have worn is we got LA Night sunglasses. Oh, and we have Rikishi sunglasses too.
I'll have
Too
I'll,
Cool.
you know I got hold on.
You got to put the Rikishi,
Oh, there
and
you
then
go.
you got
Oh, the
you gotta-
Rikishi shades.
You got to hit him with the look back, bro.
You look fly today.
That's got to be a gift now.
Someone cut that, yeah. Clip that, please.
Yeah.
When we went, I wore my Rikishi shirt because I love that big man, and I wore the the
Big
glasses,
ass,
and
bro.
You
we got
you
stopped
got
several
so
times. I was like,
you got so
compliment
many
on my shirt.
compliments.
we
Bro,
did.
everybody
these
loves
are-
This
Zach.
is
You
our
hate
first-
Rikishi.
These are official from the
How can
90s.
you?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
man.
And we broke one. It came in a set of 3. I broke up here by accident.
Dude.
But we didn't need 3 anyway, but you know.
That guy
Don't-
got his big ass thrown off the top of a Hell in a Cell into like a dump truck. Like that
It's
guy.
crazy.
I love it.
Yeah,
And then
in
he
the big hay
birthed
bale. All
Yeah.
the hay.
so many people into wrestling right now. You know, his genes are half the freaking pool.
That fucking
Yeah.
family, man. Yeah.
All those
Did you hear-
Usos.
I saw the
Ooh,
clip
so-
of Kurt Angle on a podcast, and he said Rikishi pranked him by using the bathroom and not wiping his ass before he did the stink
I
to
was
him in
about
the
to
tank.
talk about
that.
that clip. That's so fucked.
No, that's terrible.
That's so nasty.
He said it stunk so bad, and he said he wasn't even mad about it.
Oh,
Bro,
My
the
favorite thing is-
wrestling pranks. Shit. Oh,
His podcast is called what? From the Top Rope. I don't think he was ever on the top rope.
yeah. I don't think Rikishi was ever on top rope.
fuck that.
Ugh,
I love
couldn't
him.
imagine.
That's fucking foul.
And I want
dude.
him to come out in the Royal Rumble with his ass and thong.
Come
I
out
want to
with-
see
with
Rikishi's
Jimmy and
nasty
Jay.
ass.
He'll eliminate Roman, and then it'll be Rikishi Roman WrestleMania instead of Rock
Oh,
Roman.
wouldn't that
So-
be such a
Please.
curveball?
Please,
Not
Jesus.
Rock and Roman, it's Rikishi and Roman.
He's gonna eliminate
seeing
all
what
the
you have done
bloodline
for
but Xavier
others.
stuff.
What's up, Troy Dotson? But what do y'all have any last minute Rumble predictions?
I'm locking it in. EO Sky's gonna win the Rumble and make us all happy.
I mean, that would be cool.
That would be super hot fire.
Rumble predictions.
I don't know who I want for guys. I don't want Roman.
Oh, you know what? I have one. I think Rhea shows up in the men's Rumble. Because they've done that before with Nia Jax, where she showed up in the men's
Yeah.
Rumble.
Yeah.
I've seen clips
What-
of that.
What
She
if you have
enters and
Dominic
eliminates Dom.
Mysterio come in, and
Yeah.
then Ria's music hits, and she
Honestly,
just
that would be
comes in and
sick.
throws it
And
out.
she eliminates him. Yeah.
Yeah, if she
Would be
eliminates
fun.
Dom.
I don't know. We'll see.
Hmm.
I know I'm hyped.
I just know the crowd,
There's
whenever they
always-
hear John
There's
Cena's
always some
music,
comedic stuff.
is
yeah.
going to go
Oh
insane.
yeah, the pop is
they're
gonna
gonna
be
lose that.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
What
all
if
night
he'll
long.
start it?
Both Rumbles. All night long.
They,
Yeah.
you know what? They could do that. He could be like one of the first people in, and they could pull a Kane and keep him in for most of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd be curious to
I think-
see if at John
listen-
Cena's age he could do an hour in the ring like.
Hold
that.
on.
That'd be crazy.
I think that would
It
be.
looks like it's in good shape still.
I think that would be a very good way to have him be in it without winning. Is
That's
to
what I
have
was just
him pull
thinking.
a Kane and have him come in very early and stick in throughout most of the
Yeah.
show.
It shows
The
he's
only
strong.
thing
It
is-
shows he's there.
You just don't want him, since it's his first like really big in-ring action. You don't want him to do what CM Punk did and like tear a pec, and then it kind
That's
of.
what I'm afraid of too.
himself.
I don't want him to get hurt and ruin this year, because like,
I feel like
AJ Styles got hurt and he was supposed to do his like big farewell tour this year, and that's kind of been derailed with his injury.
Yeah, I think
he might come back too. He might be back tonight.
I think Cena, he'll have a good warm-up period. He'll come in like 26 maybe, and then last until the end.
Yeah,
or maybe they'll surprise us and he'll come out early.
Cena needs to bring back the buzz cut, because brother, I'm sorry, the bald spot. You gotta let it go.
He needs to get some hair plugs or something, or either shave his head and just be bald. Or get some fake hair, man.
You
got money.
I feel bad because I've seen that clip from WrestleMania 47. Every fucking 5 seconds, he's just slicking his hair back, trying to cover it up, and it's like, dude, whenever you do something, it's gonna fuck your hair up. Like, there's no covering it. It's
gonna have to wear the ball cap the whole time. That's the only way.
Yep.
Shout out Willie with the Samoan SWAT team mention. Look at that.
Oh,
shout out.
One of those guys is Rikishi.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The Royal Rumble will be on Peacock, or you can do what Wilbon said and use a VPN on Netflix.
Yeah, if you set your location to the UK on a VPN and use Netflix, you'll be able to watch it there.
You don't have to change anything in Netflix, right?
Nope. It's like as soon as you turn that VPN on and then switch, like restart Netflix, you'll have access to all kinds of different stuff. Like you can watch The Office on there. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
I am a bit worried that Netflix will catch on to that and be like, "Hey, what you doing?" and cut off my account.
I paid for a month of Peacock to watch it, but you guys were saying Peacock fucking sucks, so now I might just pay for a month of a VPN and do that.
I mean,
Peacock Live is okay. It's just watching replays on Peacock sucks because there's so many ads.
Yeah, live you're good. But...
Live will be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe I'll just stick with it. I don't know.
Like, it's not as good as Netflix Live because of how HD crystal clear the Raw has been, but yeah, Peacock Live is fine. It's just watching the replays it's just like a pain to get through. You gotta fast forward to what you want, and then you gotta wait through like 2 minutes of ads.
Ugh.
And then by the time you do that, it's like, do I even want to watch this anymore?
Plus, like we said for Saturday night's main event, Peacock was the only one that didn't have 2 languages going at one time. So
okay. Yeah, but, see, Willie's spitting. John, he's
got to shave his head.
Just get the buzz. Bring the iconic buzz cut back, brother. Just stop trying with the hair. Just do it for one more year, and then you can grow your hair out with your bald spot all you want to.
I'm glad he's finally showing up. Like, he was like, "Oh, I'm here for my last year. Like, if you want some, get some." Oh, just kidding. I'm skipping one entire month of the year, and then I guess I'll show up.
Bro he had to film Peacemaker, bro.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I hope he comes out in like full Thugonomics gear.
Dude!
Wouldn't that be
that would be so great.
Dude! I feel like that's the only way to make his pop even better than what it's already going to be.
I think Punk is winning as well.
Yeah, Scott is spitting right now. I want to see Punk and Cody at Mania. I think that's money.
Scott is also spitting with this. Give Cena the 17th. Give him his 17th fucking title reign. Come on.
I would love to get Cena and Gunther. I think that would be awesome at Mania.
Also, I do got to say, John Cena's 16 is already better than Ric Flair's, because Ric Flair's was from multiple different companies. John Cena's were all from one.
Just at WWE.
Though I get it that's just kind of the times back then. I understand, but I feel like having one reign like that might be a little more impressive.
Bro, John Cena
is at one promotion that he was that big of a star that he could stay at one promotion and be like at that promotion. Yo, look at that.
Cena's US title reign in like 2008, I want to say. That's when it was, somewhere around there.
The spinning US title.
Yeah.
When he was earlier.
That was earlier. That was more early 2000s, but man.
Yeah, I think Troy is spitting. I think CM Punk is money. CM Punk is gonna win. I think maybe Cena, but I could see them saving him for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I just think Cena's too obvious.
Yeah,
and I mean, like, I know Shadow was saying like Triple H has been booking booking stuff like that. But
Very obvious stuff.
it just like even as somebody who hasn't been watching week by week recently, it just feels like that's what the expectation is like John Cena's back, he's gonna win the Rumble.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Cena, but I will not be shocked if it's somebody else. And me personally, I don't want Cena to win, but I'm not gonna be mad if he does either. Like, it is what it is.
Ric Flair was able to wrestle as long as he did because he was he was amazing. Like, Willie
have him after the broom.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say, I mean, I do love Ric Flair, but I think the greatest is Shawn Michaels. I mean, you're splitting hairs. I mean, they're both top, whatever. So
yeah, when you get to
like my vote to Shawn Michaels,
that level,
so many of those older WWF, WWE, like we were talking about earlier, a lot of those main cards were just fucking the icons.
So
are
stacked.
Just
I would love for Shawn to come out. I want to hear his music.
Right.
He is one of the best wrestling themes ever. I will.
Bald Shawn doesn't hit quite as good as Shawn with the hair.
Speaking of Shawn, dude, what the fuck was up with the camera work on that Sweet Chin Music to fucking Kevin Owens? I was like,
behind?
Yeah, what was that? What was going on?
Maybe they wanted to protect him in case he couldn't get it as high.
Maybe. Yeah, the hard cam may not have done him a favor.
That's true. His spot on TV like that.
Yeah,
what does Triple H have against Shawn with that one? They could have cut that camera angle, man.
It was rude.
Yeah.
Bro, did you see Triple H said he's going to fight Undertaker and Shawn Michaels in a wheelchair on a pole match at WrestleMania?
I loved seeing Triple H's face when they surprised him with the entry for the Hall of Fame, because when Shawn's music hit, he was like, "Hello, why are you here?"
He hit the Moline on.
Yeah.
It was cute, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, he put himself there." I don't think so. I think it's high time. I think it's a good thing all around.
He should have been in a long time ago.
Yeah,
I agree.
Right. But we want to get into these recent pickups. I think Zach is already getting in.
Bro,
let's make Zach big.
I got tired of just looking at the box, so maybe
dig in, bro. Let's see that thing.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna have to just buy it.
Here we go.
Gonna have to just buy it.
I sent you that eBay listing, man. Come on.
Let's go. Incredibly hyped. I don't know where I'm gonna put the ring. If I don't find a place for it in like a year, I can just sell off the ring.
But I got mine too.
I got the cane, got the ring. Super hyped. Super hyped.
Got my cane, got my ring.
Got my ring.
Wait, I feel like I got a...
John, you could have gotten cane, but you said ring only.
Yeah, I got the ring only because it was cheaper. As I already have a cane figure, so.
Good job.
I mean, the prices for the whole set were just absurd.
There we go.
Look at that. Look at that.
Identical. Oh, that's a good point, Willie. Triple H is in with DX.
That's true.
Fucking real life scale Kane holding action figure Kane.
Right, and then I did get one more recent pickup. I got this
nice.
Awesome.
Ministry Darkness Taker.
Wow.
I like the devil goatee there.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's focusing or not because I'm wearing the mask, but that's all I got though.
W. Yeah, you were posting in chat that you're like, oh, I'm in on this one. I'm in on this one. I'm in on this. I'm like, oh, Zach is jumping in. He's picking the favorites.
Have to.
Oh yeah.
Have to.
Yep.
And I've kind of decided
you're kind of doing what I did to start, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna get one or two of my favorites, and that's where it goes downhill.
Yeah. It just sucks. A lot of the ultimates are so expensive now, like all the really good ones, and it's like I want the elites, but I don't like the skin top elites because I hate the abdomen crunch, But it looks good.
It's kind of the same thing Coffee talks about with Marvel Legends, where the ab crunch is just so distracting and bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad on fig characters that have like clothing, like dark clothing or whatever. But whenever it's just the skin, like if their shirt's off and you see the big crease all through here, it's like. So I think
it's
for like
it's frustrating.
I'm gonna try to get just like a couple elites to fill in where I want some characters that they don't have in ultimates, but mostly try to do ultimates of people.
Yeah, that's what you got to do because some of them
Fill
are
this.
just never going to have an ultimate edition. So.
I gotta fill this ring out. So
And there's like certain versions of wrestlers that like you just know like they made that elite, and if they did a really good job on it, like you said, there's probably no way it's getting an ultimate.
yeah, but you know they'll
Sometimes you
make
gotta do what you gotta
4
do.
ultimates of Hulk Hogan. You know,
Hogan sells, unfortunately.
Every other fucking wave, it seems like.
Yeah, every wave of elites, it feels like there's always
Yeah.
one. Or
there is a good amount of
ultimates.
Undertaker ultimates though. So also,
yeah,
I do got to say, right before we went live, I did get a loose Target Ultimates Undertaker on eBay
oh nice
for like
There you go.
38. So it's
Ooh.
pretty close to retail. So
Bro, that
it's
was
been
so
going
good.
close to 50.
I love
so.
that one.
Is that which version is that? Is that the one where he has like the like the red logos
Yeah,
on,
on the
like,
side.
on
It's
his
like
legs?
2008
Oh, that one's
or so.
yes.
something like
that
that,
might
yeah.
be my favorite one they've done. That one's really good.
It was on
Yeah,
My
that's
Damn
my
Toys
favorite
like top
Ultimate.
3. So
Yeah,
for
that's
the
my
year.
favorite Taker Ultimate out of the ones I have. I've got them all. So.
yeah, I'll have all 3 after that one shows up.
And they're supposed
That's
to,
awesome.
Honestly,
The-
she might go in my
Yeah, in your Java's
my
Palace.
palette.
That's a good
The-
idea, actually, since we don't have like Ula or any of those Twilight girls.
Yeah, 'cause she's always got like the full black leather on, so
Yep.
Yeah,
she could
it
fit
works.
The rumor is the next Monday Night War Ultimate, like Walmart, is American Badass Taker. So
In.
that's what I'm
Ooh.
hoping
Yeah,
for.
I think that's the only one they haven't done. I feel like they've done almost everything else.
That's the
Well,
last
they've done a lot of
version they
elites,
haven't done.
but for ultimates, there's
Yeah.
a lot they could do. I'm an Undertaker genius, all right.
He's got every look down. I want the one with the purple gloves.
I was
that
gonna
one-
say,
that
do
one
they
is an
have
ultimate.
that? I kind of want that.
They have an elite of it, and it's a little bit expensive, but I want them to do an ultimate of that figure.
Yeah, they did a Legend Weight one from Target,
Mhm.
but the Ultimate's the gray gloves because it's his debut. So
I'll just rip.
That's the
It's
one
just
that's the one
gobbledygook.
I picked up. That one's cool too.
Yeah.
I like that.
You already know if they do a gray glove or a purple glove Undertaker Ultimate, slide me that fucking link because
Will
yeah,
do, man.
I
and
would
put
pick
the
that up.
put the Phantom of the Opera mask back in it, and I'll buy that shit again.
Sure.
I'm really hoping the cane's not deep in here. Oh shit, it's not. I just want to get the figure out right now.
Yeah, it should be like in the side. That's where the Rio one was.
There.
And they
it
got
is.
that special
There it
packaging.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Cool.
Anybody
Yeah,
else
we
got
really
wrestling
need to
figures?
another light.
Oh yeah, I'm too dark in here, but we're getting ready to
Mhm.
move, so we'll figure that out in the new toy room.
Yeah.
And I'm in front of a window, so. What were
You
you
got
gonna
that
say?
natural. You got that natural light that's like really doing you favors. See,
Natty light.
The skin's glowing.
glowing. She's glowing. But what would you say you guys are most looking forward to tonight at the Rumble? Like just like if you had to pick one thing, what would that be?
Mm,
I mean, I don't know if I
the
have one.
women's
I'm just,
rumble.
yeah, I'm excited for everything. The men's rumble, I guess, is what I'm most excited for. I just want to.
Yeah.
I'm ready to hear that. For some reason, hearing the crowd, those pops, they get me going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
I think the Rumble might be my second favorite just wrestling event.
I was
on-
gonna
because
say,
it's an awesome showcase where you get to see so many different people.
I think the Royal Rumble has just always been my favorite type of match
It's-
that they do.
What is it? Mania, Rumble, Survivor Series?
And then
the
SummerSlam or the
SummerSlam.
Yeah. I
Those
don't
are
like
the big
Survivor
four.
Series.
The War Games thing is kind of dumb in my
I
opinion.
didn't like it at all.
It works for certain feuds, but like it feels like they kind of force it now, where it should be
Holy
reserved for like when the storyline really needs it.
Now
Yeah.
they've started doing it again. Yeah.
Hey, make me
Yeah.
big, make me
Mhm.
big, make me big,
Yeah.
Wilbon.
Wilbon, make me big.
Wilbon,
Bro,
make me
this
big.
cane is so sick. And
Hey.
I got the old
God
one.
damn it.
or
God damn it.
Damn it, Zach.
Hang on, let me get
It
my
may,
light
you know,
on.
maybe I could get one loose. It wouldn't be too expensive. At some point.
Bro. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right, I got my light
Some of
on.
those
so you
some
can
of those
hopefully
things
see.
are ridiculously expensive.
Look how shiny the black part is, because his mask was a little more glossy.
Yeah, it wasn't matte.
The black part. Come on.
I'm
it's not
blind. I gotta
focusing.
look real close.
The factory got the note on that one.
Yeah, and then I try to pull up the original.
It's not quite as glossy, yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job making the inverse one.
Oh, and all the
think
buttons. The buttons really pop too on the new one.
And I love that they sculpted this instead of doing what Hasbro would do and just repaint it. Yeah, they actually
I think
sculpted
his
it.
jaw needs to be a little square on the current one though.
Yeah, I do have the alt.
Oh yes, I would like
It
to
has
see
the alt heads.
Because they do both have the.
Bro, I almost bought the Undertaker in disguise Kane, so I could have him as Kane on my.
I used to have that, and then I sold it. I got so pissed I did.
Ooh,
so I'm
that
gonna
one
buy
looks
it
good.
I think that one looks way better.
That one looks way better.
Here.
Yeah,
That's the one
winner.
I have on this one, so I'll probably do.
Yeah, that's the winner.
Yeah, the hair looks better.
I'm so hyped I finally got this one though. This is
I'm so
probably.
happy I arrived during this.
I know.
I gotta
Kane's look,
It's
so.
magic, bro.
I got a buddy going to a con, so I'm like, if you see Kane in any form, let me know, please. And if he doesn't find one, I might
one of
just
my
buy
favorites.
the fucking ring or something.
I'm making myself big, Wilbon.
Sheesh.
I got the Rhea Ultimate.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Mommy's always on top, boys.
That title looks good, bro.
It looks fantastic.
Oh god, y'all should have seen him trying to put Alexa Bliss's was it a dress?
Oh, her her little skirt thing on, her little
That was
overalls.
so hard to put on.
Bro, you gotta pick.
It looks
that
so
shit.
good though. This is a great pickup for $11. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
with
that's
this figure.
insane.
They started selling them so cheap because they had so many.
They really
she looks good.
overproduced.
They really did.
Oh, but this mommy is fantastic.
Yeah,
Sure, that's awesome. Should
This
we show
gear
the
is
belt?
great. Yeah.
Because that's the
can't
first
wait
time they've
for-
released that new belt, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
At least in the Ultimate line.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Look how
yes.
shiny it
Yeah.
is. That's
It
so
looks
good with this-
fantastic.
with their nameplate on there.
It's so sick. And I have the men's version with Seth Rollins, but it doesn't have the side plates on it.
But
So
that
it's-
can also be a good thing because you can give it to multiple.
That's what I was
people.
thinking. I was
So
gonna put that on.
sometimes
I was gonna just put it on Gunther, so I could have him as like
Yeah.
the current champion. But she doesn't really like wear the belt. She just carries it around.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for her to get a mainline Ultimate.
Yeah,
Because they won't do that gear again. So
No. That new Elite they're doing of her from her Perth look that looks great.
it looks awesome. Yeah.
For an Elite figure, that looks top notch.
I swear to God, if the next Rhea Ultimate does not show the sternum tats, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I was just
think
thinking that she has more.
Yeah. This is older. This I think is like look from last year.
Yeah.
It is hard when someone is
her
changing
hair's
their
not as
appearance like that, you know.
It takes a long time to get them
Mhm.
done and all
Yep.
that.
I think the one they're doing, the next Elite one has her sternum tattoos, but like that picture's so grainy you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Or
They
like
need some new-
she has one like here,
new
whatever
photos.
this is called, your bicep, right?
Yeah.
There's a sword.
Yeah, so she doesn't have that on this right here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
she's
the
missing
tattoos,
some
man. It's for somebody like her. It's hard to keep them up to date because she gets so
Right.
She gets them all the time.
This would be like, you know, if with CM Punk over the years as he just added and added and added.
Mhm.
And then Punk has those copyrighted logo tattoos, so they can't really put that on the figure.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Fucking
just had to
Pepsi
do
logo.
something similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Xavier's new
He's got like the Majin Buu tattoo.
the M, but it's so weirdly placed.
Yeah,
I don't-
it's like on
the
his it's like
placement.
on his shoulder. Like
It
what
was
would you
so
Bro, I
weirdly
do?
placed.
I thought he got branded. I was like, did he get branded? What the fuck?
Like I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, great, but like it's
Yeah.
so weirdly placed. I don't know why he did that.
All right, I got the alt head on there. The other one.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, that looks great.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I turned my light off, so it's hard to pick up. But
Did you pick up a
that looks
Paul
good.
Bear like when he came out when they re-released him a while back?
he's in my cart on Ringside right now. I gotta do an order on there. I'm gonna
Those
order him
defi-
whenever I order
Those
the
ringside
hardcore
exclusive
match
ones
king.
go out of stock. So if it's one of those, I would recommend you pull the trigger on it.
Go
to be
ahead.
honest.
All right.
Yeah,
We just
it's-
got our.
those
well,
will
I was
sell.
kind of waiting on. I try to make. I know with spending a lot of money on these WWE stuff, it's been taking up a lot. But I try to spend like just what I spend on toys is what I make from the podcast and TikTok. And today we got our Patreon payment, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm
It's a
going on
sign.
ringside, baby. I'm going on ringside.
There you go.
It's
There you
Justin with imports. He's using all that Black Series money to get imports.
Hell
now.
yeah.
I love it. Looks so good.
I
Are
cannot
you gonna
We're
wait
gonna need a
to
huge
set
ass
it up
table
when we
for both
move,
those
or are you
rings.
gonna set it up?
I think I'm just gonna leave it in the box. I opened up it to
Yeah.
make sure all the parts are good and nothing's broken or anything. But I'm gonna wait till I have an area to properly display it before putting it together because
Yeah.
you literally you have to assemble it. Like it's all comes in pieces. So
Yeah, is that because you haven't opened the ghost either?
no, so that you can't really
Which is
see it.
so
'Cause it's
close.
behind the 3D printer, but like it's literally just sitting in the giant box back
Yeah.
here, just waiting to be
Yeah.
open.
We
But,
move
like-
in 27 days, so it's gonna have to stay.
Hell yeah.
But see, like all the the ropes
The
come in
ropes.
just a baggie like this, the ring
Mhm.
ropes and stuff. Like
Nice.
I'm just gonna have to leave it in box for now, just based on how close. I mean, we're like 3 weeks away from moving at this point.
Yeah.
So
So I have a question.
Hell yeah.
Thinking about Alexa Bliss, just because I just saw her, is her personality basically Liv's personality, like a Harley Quinn, kind of thing?
She's a little bit more on the dark side of things, like Bray
yeah,
Wyatt.
she's a sort of a darker kind of character, and then she
Okay.
was like
Yeah.
involved with the whole Bray Wyatt, like the Fiend character sort of thing as well.
Are we
Mhm.
Yeah,
ever
when they switched
the Wyatt
to that.
6?
What was that?
Somebody's hurt allegedly, so that's why they haven't done anything.
Oh, see, I would
I don't
wonder why
know.
they've been off TV.
Like, I
I
know.
love- I'm a Bray Mark. He's one of my favorites, so I love that whole thing. And when
Mhm.
they brought him back and did all this, I was like, this is so cool, but I just know they're not going to be able to book this right because it's hard to do like supernatural spooky shit anymore.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
you could feel the potential, right? Like you could feel, but it just wasn't landing. And then they've
don't
been
put 'em
gone.
with- they don't put them in good. They haven't put them with good stuff like people to do.
They put him with
stuff
the Miz and
Yeah.
Chad.
Nobody gives it. Karrion Kross, who gives a fuck? Like nobody cares.
This
And
man,
it also
this man right here is a Karrion Kross fan. I don't know
Bro,
why.
Kross was
I like-
great in NXT.
I love Karrion Kross. I think his booking is awful though.
yeah, they
They
bury
don't know
him.
what to do. They
Yeah.
don't know what to do with him. But like his whole thing now is just like turning people heel, and like that just seems to be what they do with him. And like I think he's very talented. It's just the
Yeah.
booking is just not.
I
been up
loved
to,
his
up to
NXT
his
run.
ability.
And then he came back and he wasn't bald anymore. He had hair, and that just killed the look. Like I can't.
He teach Cena. Give
Yeah.
him his doctor's information.
He needs to
Yeah.
let the
Yeah.
hair go. I don't know. what
Dragon,
else
do you
to
live
say.
in Kentucky?
I do.
Because I went to the SmackDown in Louisville the day after Bray Wyatt passed away,
Yeah.
and it was like
Oh.
it was
Oh.
crazy because we had the tickets, and then on the Thursday or Wednesday
Yeah.
of that week he passed, and then that SmackDown when they did the big tribute to him, it was like
Mhm.
I wanted to
crazy
go.
emotional. Like
That's
everybody
wild.
I
there,
couldn't
it
get off
was-
work, so I didn't get to make it. But my
Mhm.
buddy went, and he was like, "Dude, it was so emotional. I was crying," and I was like, "Bro,
Yeah, there was like grown men crying everywhere. It was really sad.
That's awful.
Yeah, I love
He
Bray.
was unexpected, right? Like we didn't know that he had some heart issue. It was just out of the blue.
I don't
think
think
the
I
heart
don't think
was
the heart
publicly
issue
known.
was known. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was
That's
publicly
terrible.
known, and then
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't wearing his thing
His-
when he took that.
But he
nap,
also
and-
like caught COVID before that too, as well. So he was getting
Yeah.
over COVID, and then
Yeah.
he
That's
had
terrible.
he chose not to wear his machine and just
Mhm.
That's awful.
bad timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hung Doug, I will be doing a collection tour, and I will post pictures of the house and stuff around then as well. But
Yay!
yeah, we'll take some good photos and show them on the show. That'll be quite the snaggletooth snag that week. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
Yeah, I cannot
There's
wait to
nothing
do
like
that
moving
collection
into a new
tour.
house.
Oh yeah,
You'll love it.
it's gonna.
Oh,
be
we're
so
so tickled. Yeah, we're very
Yeah.
excited. First house buying. I'm happy for it to be wrapping up though. Like, just take
Yeah,
my
it
blood at
sucks,
this
doesn't it?
point. Just take my blood. You've taken everything else.
Yeah, we've turned over our whole lives to these lenders. Like, come on.
Yeah. I'm kind of ready to buy our second house, but I don't want to go through the process of having to sell a house and buy a house at this time instead of just buying a house. So
We
we'll see.
are
We'll see what
lucky
happens.
because we don't have to find the home and hope it doesn't get stolen from under us, kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're purchasing my brother's home since they're moving, and we always said, like, if
Oh,
you
nice.
move, we want to buy it. So we were lucky in that sense that we didn't have half of the experience, really.
Yeah. Luckily, we got in right before
It's been
the
a
big,
breeze in that regard. So,
like the big price hike and demand of
Good for you,
houses.
because our
So it was like
rate
it was a
is
buyer's market.
not good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Zach, to be honest, unless like you need more space, you might be better off just chilling with what you got. You know what I
That's
mean?
what we're gonna do.
What was y'all's interest rate, if you don't mind?
Girl,
Current market.
I think it's like 7.2,
Seven.
something like that.
Oh, 7.25.
Yeah.
Well, whenever, so I don't want to make y'all feel bad for buying a house after the
I know.
big thing, but we got really lucky with the timing. Before COVID, we bought our house, and our interest rate's 3.1. So
Oh, I know. My boss
I don't know if I
refinanced
want to
during
move,
COVID.
but I still
She has like 2.5.
I want to, but I don't.
Yeah,
What
don't-
you ought to do,
you
Zach,
don't-
is
you don't
Zach,
want
you ought to keep that one as a rental, and then that
Yeah,
can just be
right.
passive income for you, and then just
Yeah.
level up after that.
That is true.
We will be waiting to refinance when that ever.
Yeah, I hope it's coming soon. I hope there's a
Yes.
And even when we were quoted in October, they were like, "Oh, by the time," because my brother's building, so we've been in this limbo. I mean, we could have closed earlier,
kinda
but we were trying to
waiting,
give him
yeah.
time, right? So she was like, "Oh, by the time you get to the new year and stuff, it should have definitely gone down." Psych. No. But it's
I'm
okay.
excited.
We're good. But yeah, we will one day be very happy to quickly.
I'm excited
refinance.
because when we move, we're going to be building, and
Oh
Mhm.
wow.
that's going to be nice.
You
You
gotta
could really
get to
make
pick
it
this and that.
exactly the way you want it. Yeah.
What was
You're gonna
that,
be so
Courtney?
much closer. Yeah, because you can pick this or that, or.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we're getting the hookup. My what
Heck
my
yeah.
parents want to do is when we move, they want to buy like a 30-acre or so property, and then the plan is to kind of make a compound. They want to deed us off like a certain area
Mhm.
of land, and then we pay for the home and everything like that.
Yeah,
That's
that's pretty
awesome.
awesome.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're excited. I'm so tired of living in Florida, honestly.
I don't blame you, man. Every time, every other day, it feels like there's some crazy stuff happening down there.
Dude, there's too many people here. There's too many people. I never would
And
have
I think if
imagined leaving, but it's bad. I'm just tired.
and I think if you guys drive like 3.5 and we drive like 3.5, I think we can meet in the middle and won't be too bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm also
Well,
down
if you guys
to-
drive 4.5 and we drive 4.5, and
Yeah, we'll meet in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah.
we can meet in the
should.
middle in fucking nowhere. But
We're,
We'll meet in West Virginia somewhere, Ohio. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we're down
Ain't shit
because
in Ohio, bro.
Yeah.
Mrs. Coffee, she keeps bringing it up how much closer we'll be to like you guys, and we can like hang out and do shit.
We really should.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be
We
really
can meet
nice.
in like New York area or DC.
We're gonna be
Mhm.
we're gonna be like 2.5 hours away from New York. It'll be
Wow. See, that's gonna be so
Oh, that's
nice.
cool. That's cool.
I'm so excited for y'all. Yeah, but Zach,
We
you're
can't
also
wait.
really well placed too, because you're so close to Indy. Like, you know,
we're
get to a big
right
city
in the
very
middle
quickly.
of Nashville and Indianapolis, and living in Louisville is very convenient. You know, Cincinnati's pretty close. That we have an
Yeah.
international airport.
The
so we
king
can
of
fly pretty much
Ohio.
anywhere.
King of Ohio.
Where are you, Dragon?
I'm a little further south of Zach, so I'm 15 minutes south of Lexington. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So yeah.
Do you
I'm
have
in
any
Richmond.
WWE pickups lately, Dragon?
Yeah, I've got some shit.
Making
Let us hear
him
about
big.
it. Let us hear about it.
I was trying to put this belt on, but it was being stupid. So I got a mix of shit here. So I have the new Bryan Danielson, the new
Oh,
AEW
Nice.
Bryan Danielson, punished Bryan with the eye patch.
with the eye patch.
Yeah, with his
That's cool.
his fucking shit on the back here, and
Uh-huh.
Got the fucking alt head as well. Like this Brian is.
Oh, I like that one. That's
Head
cool.
and shoulders
cool.
The braids.
than the other ones that they've done. So I'm happy. So now I can complete my Blackpool Combat Club, even though they are disbanded now.
All the figures come out after the storylines are over, and it's like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I got the new Solo Ultimate.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's my tribal chief.
The head, dude, the head sculpt.
Want him to come back tonight.
Yeah,
the
return of Solo Sokoa. Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah, the new head sculpt on him is awesome, and then the soft goods
yes
jacket here.
That looks good.
They still gave him these super skinny legs for some reason.
Oh, he needs baggier pants than that. That's not
it's
right.
not that bad like as this if you're just looking at it, but like if you were to do something with him, it kind of sucks. But all three of his head sculpts, they look awesome. And he's awesome. And they sculpt, it's kind of hard to tell, but like they sculpted in like the fucking thumb here.
The thumb.
So it's not just like
nice.
white. Like the white part is sculpted in. So
he does. Cool. He's got to have the Samoan spike hand with the thumb.
Yeah, the Samoan spike thumb over here, like it's so long because it's sculpted, so it looks weird, but it's cool. I got this one. I was excited for. This is Sky Blue. She's part of the House of Black, who are now also defunct. Look at these awful fucking pegs, bro.
Appreciate
it. Fucking jazz wares.
Appreciate you,
like this thing is awesome, but it's kind of strange because I don't know what's happening down here. Like, I don't look at these fucking peg shit just being out here. Like, I don't know
what is Jazzwares smoking with that.
I don't know.
Smoking
They're the worst.
Zaza, bro.
Yeah,
they're the worst. But yeah, her likeness is.
I'll say their paint apps sometimes look pretty good, but like their articulation is like, what is going on?
Dude, and these, like I said, these fucking pegs, man.
That's like some ancient Marvel Legends nonsense.
And this, like, one of these isn't even in all the way.
Yikes!
I fucking hate Jazzwares, man. I wish they did not have this AEW license. So I got that. Let's see what else did I get? All right, here we go.
Ooh!
So I got the Jack the Ripper Joker Sting, and this is the one that I was saying like. I had to buy another thing to make it good. So this is the original body that it came on. This shit is like this part of his shirt is Polly Pocket material, and the rest of this is
no.
It's the worst. And this is an old ass body. I hate it. Probably gonna trash it. But I got my hands on another Ultimate Edition or Supreme Edition Sting. So I just put him on this. So this is his head. This is the head he comes with. And the top hat and the soft goods cape and all that. And then I gave him a soft goods shirt because the Supreme came with the soft goods shirt that he's wearing. And then, there's this other head as well. So
Burr's a kit basher now.
Dude, I had to. So, and the Supreme the Supreme action figure quality is the same as the Ultimate Edition that WWE does. But I had to Dremel the heads out. I had to Dremel the head holes to make it fit on the neck peg. So there's that. And then I got my hands on this Death Triangle, AEW Death Triangle set for the Penta and the Phoenix, but it also came with this pack who is fucking awesome. Sometimes AEW does them and they look good like this and there's nothing wrong. I mean, he's got the hair.
They seem really hit and miss.
Yeah.
I feel like Mattel's kind of are like that too at times, where it's like really hit and miss based on how old the buck is they're using.
Yeah.
That's cool. That Penta looks good.
Penta and really Phoenix. Sick. I can't wait.
Dude, I'm hyped to see Penta.
I hope they push
tonight,
Penta good. I hope they push him.
How they do too.
So they've done a good job so far. He's been really good.
Yeah.
Whenever
he's also
his
apparently
daughter crying was so sweet.
Yeah.
They've been advertising him a lot at the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis too. Like he's all over promotional stuff. So hopefully,
I'm about to buy the mask straight up. I can't wait.
We got to have some sort of mask on the next episode. So,
bro, I got one left.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh shit.
This is it. This is the only.
Make him big.
What time is the Rumble at 6?
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Eastern, yeah.
This is the new Bray Ultimate, probably the last
Oh,
one from the
oh,
Pitch
that's
Black
awesome.
match.
That Pitch Black match was great. I watched it not too long ago. It was like him and LA Knight, right?
Yeah. This, like, if I had a black light, this would actually like glow. Apparently.
Ooh.
But, you know, I
Oh,
don't
that's
have that.
cool.
And then he
That
had
is-
his
What
two,
else would glow in that room, brother?
Hey, yo.
At your own risk.
There's his other two heads. So
Oh,
with
that's cool.
with the mask, and then
I want them to do an Uncle Howdy figure, man.
I'm
I
hoping
feel like-
so.
I feel like
I'm
that would be
hoping
such a
they
cool
do.
figure. Yeah.
Yeah, if they do the rest of them, they give them all the like they're all in their.
They should
yeah,
just
that's-
do
oh,
like
shit.
a super pack of like the Wyatt 6. Oh, that's
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Forgot Kyrie as well. Yeah, sorry.
She's got the belt around her neck.
Yeah, I gave
Like,
her the
oh.
belt around the neck.
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about Asuka's like I think she has a stalker, right? From the
Oh
stuff she was
yeah,
posting.
Yeah.
that's been a big story. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she was
awful.
saying like, I don't want any romantic interest, like I'm not feeling safe. That was really sad to read.
I hope
didn't know
they
they
get the
caught me.
cops out there and
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
something. Yeah. I mean,
Fucking hell.
that dude broke into Sonya Deville's house and like tried to kidnap her. And shit.
That's crazy.
I just followed her on TikTok. She's funny.
Was he wearing a cane mask from like 1999 by chance?
Just asking for a friend.
I need more LA Knight like showing up to people's homes.
Yeah, like you did with
We need
Logan
a-
Paul.
Logan
He was in
Paul's
his pool.
All right, fucking here we go. Finally, I got it on there. Cooperate.
There it is.
That's
Hell
huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Their
Shout
AEW
out.
belts they're crazy big. I don't know what the
Speaking
deal
of
is
Logan
with
Paul, he should win the Rumble and challenge Gunther so he can get the
Ew.
shit out of him.
Boo.
And
that.
for
No
that
Logan
reason,
Paul on
I'm-
TV, bro.
He's really good in the ring. He's really good in the ring.
Bro,
It's like he's like a creator wrestler in 2K. Like he's not like
Yeah,
all of his moves are straight up just like other people's stuff that he just copies.
Bro, just let him get in the ring and just get chopped to death by Gunther. That's all.
I mean, I feel like they know what people want to see. I feel like
That
he's
would be
gonna
sick.
come in and they're just gonna eliminate him relatively quickly, or maybe they'll keep him in for a minute.
On
But
Monday,
he also does have one of the
It's
craziest
big pop.
spots with
You need
Ricochet
to have
when they
Cena
did the
throw
flying
Logan Paul.
clothesline.
yes, you're right, Zach.
The
When
spot with him do the flying clothesline with Ricochet was insane. Like he does. some
That was
crazy
cool.
stuff.
That was
he
cool.
just takes people's moves.
What's up, Matthew?
What's up, Matt?
on Monday they had a sign that was like, "We're booing you not because you're doing good heel work, but because we actually don't like you."
Because you're your shit heel.
I mean, that's facts.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I just looked at this mask and it actually has, like, I was trying to find a date on it. It says 1998 on the, like, on printed on the bottom, which is pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, Blabby, this is a new show. We're
Oh shit!
starting now.
Ooh.
We're gonna do this once a month, where we just do wrestling talk because both me and Dr. Forgon and now Zach are collecting a lot of wrestling stuff. Maybe MrCawfee's gonna pick up a wrestling
I might
figure
pick
too.
up a few.
They have the SHF Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah.
Bro,
Honestly,
there's some good.
Yes, Stone
single
Cold,
outfits out
Triple
there.
H too.
Stone Cold,
That's why I
Triple
got my
H.
name like this. Yeah.
they got the Rock. I
things-
think they got him too.
Those things are dirt fucking cheap too.
Let us
Let
know
me
how
know
they
how good they are, and then I'll
Yeah.
decide if.
There's a reason they're dirt cheap.
Yeah. I don't
And is
think-
the scale? I wonder how the scale would compare to like Mattel's stuff. I wonder how
Terribly, I
much
bet.
smaller they
the
are.
Ultimates might
Aren't
be
those
more
like
bang for your
7-inch
buck, I guess.
scale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They would scare. I bet they would scale fucking terribly.
I think for what you get with the Ultimates in terms of articulation, they're pretty
best, bro.
decent.
And
Yeah.
accessories. They come with a lot of accessories.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I can see myself
So-
picking up.
It's like what Black Series used to be in 2013 for a waiver.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for one wave, they were like, "Let's get people in, and then let's stop."
And
Uh,
this is like a
Cena
conversation.
is the new. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, this is I didn't know if we had time to squeeze this conversation in, but I'm going to throw it
Oh,
in.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Whenever you dive deep and look at Mattel's WWE stuff, it almost makes you feel like Star Wars stuff is hurt by having to split between two scales.
I've kind of been thinking that
Because,
recently.
100%.
Like, if you think about
Not
it,
even.
how can Mattel afford to do so many characters, so many new
Mhm.
sculpts? They have 3 different or I think they have 4+. They have the ultimates, the elites, the basics, and I think like a more of a.
They have like. What is it? Ultimates, elites, and main events. I think those are the three.
They've replaced basic with like main event, which are
so
a little bigger, like a little better quality.
But they have like 3 different lines. Like they're all scaled the same, or a lot of them are, because the basics were scaled the same as the elites and
they do the retro
ultimates.
Ones too, right? Where they're smaller, like
those,
But they have very limited articulation and paint, like and you get them in like 4-packs too, so.
It's like, why can't Black Series do main characters at like $35 and give us 2 heads like Ultimates does, elite articulation like Ultimates does, all these accessories, like deep cut accessories. Like Ultimates give you stuff that wrestlers use in for 2 weeks in 1998 just to throw it.
They do whatever they want, they do whatever the fans want to. Like sometimes they'll put stuff out that nobody wants, but they'll also do deep characters.
Like with the first Ultimate Kane, which is one of the best ones they've done. There's no need for them to throw in his debut, the test cape from his.
No.
But
he only wore that like one time, and yet they still put it on.
He didn't even wear it on TV. He wore it at a live show just to test the look in front of a live audience. Like it wasn't even a TV thing, but they threw in the cape.
I think it's
Did they
just
ever make an
a
Al
multitude
Snow?
of factors.
I don't know.
Probably an elite.
I don't think they.
Or a basic, but
been a while.
Yeah.
He runs OVW here.
Al Snow with head.
Right
I was going to say, we just finished the documentary series with the OVW. It was so good. We loved it.
Shout out to my guy, Matt. Yeah.
Right. Matt's trying so hard to save that thing.
I love
Zach, you live in Louisville. You should go to OVW, man.
Dude, I've been to OVW.
What?
I haven't been. It's only 30 minutes away. It's
Have you seen Haley? Hollywood Haley?
No, I mean, I haven't been to OVW in a long, long time. We've been wanting to go.
She was at this con that I just went to like 2 months ago.
Ever since the documentary, it's been hard.
I'd go all the damn time. It's a ratchet ass show, but RVA Pro Wrestling is it's crazy.
Country boy shows they kept talking about, like at Georgetown. I go to those because those are their big shows.
That's so cool. I wish we could, because I'm really attached to them now after that. And I'm like, what are they doing? It's 2 years later, basically. I hope her and that guy stayed apart. He sucks. The one
if you all ever want a vacation to Louisville, we can go to OVW on Thursday night.
The historic Davis Arena. It's a shit arena, dude.
It's tiny. It's really teeny.
It looks like it's in a warehouse. In that documentary, it looks like it's in a damn warehouse. It's awesome.
But then you think about it, like it's the same place where fucking Cena and Orton and all those guys.
Batista,
it's crazy.
Big Show came and did a little bit of run.
Cornette was doing it back then. Though, so.
I just what I took from this is that Al Snow really needs a Xanax. He is so stressed all the time.
All the time. Dude's gonna have a heart attack. If he doesn't.
The whole documentary, he's just so.
He's freaking out the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's a really good documentary. If you're kind of just curious about the indie world of pro wrestling, it does a good job showing that. It's called Wrestlers on Netflix.
Hell yeah! Do they have a pre-show for the Rumble?
That's what I think started at 3.
Yeah,
because
they have a kickoff or something.
In Reddit, they were like, "Oh, starts at 3," and I was like, "Starts at 3?" So it must be the
4. Yeah, 4 Eastern. I guess.
Okay.
All the merch they have at the WWE store downtown in Indy looks fantastic. I might actually pick up the hat because I'm a Colts fan. I might actually pick up something.
I think instead of getting into
the mini helmet with the Royal Rumble logo.
I think instead of getting into figures, I would pick up a replica belt, just of my favorite.
You should.
It'd be hard to pick, but
just a warning. Those get very pricey.
I know they do.
My language.
Every time me and Jenna go to a SmackDown show and they have them there, I'm like, Jenna, I need a belt. Because we go often enough, I need a belt. I'm gonna buy one eventually, the nice $499. I've always wanted a real belt. When I was a kid, I had all the plastic belts,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always wanted a real authentic belt. But they're almost
one
too expensive to justify just putting it on the shelf and
Yep.
I feel like you got to get your absolute favorite. Everybody has their favorite era, and you got to get that one.
So when I was a kid because
You
I don't
gonna
know
get
if
the
they
spinner
still
belt?
do it, but they made the title belts in like kid sizes as well.
You go boy.
Yeah,
Here,
those are the ones I had. Like you
Oh,
just-
show the kitty on camera. Let's see. Let's see the cat.
but
Well, they're all. I have all of them right here. They're all just staring at me. I'm trying to.
Is,
see.
is
Um,
somebody on the tower? Can you grab?
I
one?
didn't. I had a
Oh my gosh!
I had a
He's
lot
a
of
star.
the like really cheap ones that you could find in store, but I did get like a nice replica belt when I was a kid. I like literally saved up money for it and everything to get it for myself. And I picked up
Oh my
I picked up the ECW,
oh, sick.
Ooh.
Oh,
but I had
EC
it
dub.
I had it in the kid size, so it was like very small. It
EC
wasn't the
dub.
full size
EC
the
dub.
full size one.
I want to see
But-
Paul
Oh
Heyman.
hell!
I got a question for you all.
She's got the Paul Heyman shirt on.
Hell
The
yeah, I
Winged
got a-
Eagle is
I put
I
a
was gonna
DX
say-
shirt on under this today. I put a DX, but I had to wear the red hoodie for the Kane mask. I was like, I got to wear my big red Stones hoodie, so the red matches.
I've got my Shockmaster shirt on today.
I think
yeah.
if
You should have worn
I
your
think if I
Heat
pick up
shirt.
I should have. I forgot about it.
I think if I pick up a replica belt, it's either going to be a winged eagle or it's going to be the big gold. One of the two.
Oh, that big gold
same,
belt.
same
is so-
coffee.
It's so awesome.
Bro,
It
Winged
hits,
Eagle is
bro.
on sale right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Is it
And
really?
coffee.
Oh.
The
Usually,
blue Winged Eagle is $330 right now.
And usually during like
Oh, the
events
blue
and
one?
stuff, they'll be like today only, free shipping. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's not going to pay
Yeah,
his
they got-
internet bill this month. So
They
he
got
can get the
25%
Winged
off
Eagle.
right now.
It's gonna
See?
have to.
Sale.
25%
This is the
off
time. This
for
is
8
the
hours.
time.
Code Superstar.
Do you all like?
They take quintuplet pay?
Oh, the Attitude Era is on sale too.
Don't think about it. Don't.
I don't- I never
You're-
liked the blue background.
I cannot.
though.
I can. Yeah, that's the thing. It's
The
the,
blue strap.
one.
I never liked the blue strap.
I like the black strap. Yeah. I'm more of like that late Attitude
because that's
Era.
yeah. I like the black strap one. But I gotta ask, do you all like the new big gold with the big WWE logo?
It's okay.
It's fine.
I would prefer. I would
Alright.
prefer.
Because-
I would. At least for the Raw title, I would want them to bring back the classic big gold at least.
Yeah.
Because
So I
as much
actually
as I like this one, but the classic big gold is. Special.
I ain't gonna lie. I think titles have fallen off significantly. And
yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna say it post spinner belt. I haven't really liked how titles have looked. And I know
Carmelo said he's
people
bringing
hate.
that back.
I know a lot of people hate the spinner, but I'm sorry. It was so flash. It was just flashy enough. It
Mhm.
was like,
Carmelo
I feel like
said he's
I
bringing
like
it
the
back.
spinner, but I like the spinner, but I feel like they kept it around too long. Like whenever
Too
they had
long,
Triple H
yeah.
doing the
Yeah.
spinner belt, style.
That's yeah.
and,
I
it
think
should have been like a
that's-
John Cena thing only. But then you have. I loved the Rated R Superstar belt that when Edge got it, and you put the Rated R
Yes.
logo on it.
yes. Oh
that's
my
cool.
god.
That's
but-
cool.
I actually like Cody's, the one that Roman had, the big gold, and then
The
Cody
big
one
blue
because.
belt.
But it's only because whenever I was playing WWE 2K22, maybe, yeah, in my universe mode, they had the blue and the red one, I think, or the blue and the black one. I couldn't remember, but
Uh-huh.
I downloaded a custom one that was like all gold, and I was like, "Ooh, I really like that better than just the black or the red WWE or the blue with the WWE logo." So I feel like I like that one because I used it first in my universe, and now it's like the real life. So
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I kind of love the $1 Million Championship.
Oh,
Who
the
doesn't?
like the Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. Yep.
This
they
thing.
Do they have a
It's
replica
so
of
ridiculous.
the what's the Saudi belt?
Oh,
Oh,
the crown
no.
jewel, that massive thing.
This tall.
Piece
Yeah.
of shit. Yeah.
That thing is
Mhm.
wild.
Courtney, if you all went to the Royal Rumble, they have the Tiffy Time Money in the Banks at the shop.
They have the
Oh,
briefcase.
I know.
The briefcase.
Literally, if we said like if we're not doing the house, we'll go to the Rumble. But I mean, at least they get a house.
Well, Wilbon already committed. We're all the four of us are gonna go to WrestleMania in Indianapolis.
In 2027, yes, I
We
think we
should.
should. I think we
Tickets
should
are
do
gonna
that.
be
the
insane, but
prices
we
are
gotta at least
scary.
we gotta
We'll be
at
up
least
in the
do a
nosebleeds.
nosebleed seat.
Yeah,
at
we'll
least
be
for
in the
one
nosebleeds.
night, That's the
Yes.
question.
But
Like,
say we've been to Mania, like that's
Yeah.
like another level. Yeah.
I'll be all the way
I've
in the
been
back.
wanting to do that for a long time.
All of us will go.
We'll just that'll be the culmination of this show. We meet up at Mania.
that'll be like the ICC con of our
Right.
little like show. It'll be
Down, bro.
just fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you have a UPS package, John. Something's getting
Another
delivered.
package.
Oh,
He just
Damn.
delivered something.
It's another ring.
If I had to guess, I'm assuming it's for you.
I finally shipped your ICC con badge and the
Oh.
Perk ID Monday. So
Perk Addy Mundi.
you should be getting
Adi
that
Mundi.
hopefully soon.
Are all of you guys going to IC? And Zach, I know you're going. Everybody else going?
Yeah, I'm planning on it. I just got to buy a plane ticket probably so I can get down there.
Woo woo.
Plane.
I need to buy mine soon
Yeah.
too.
Zach,
Bro,
pick it.
my vehicle can't make it, so unless somebody wants to pick me up, I'll probably just
John's
Well,
driving, but
I might have
I'm
a
gonna
full car
fly.
with the Out of the Basement Boys in, but
Just hang on. Just like jump on top. Just hang on to the hood of the car.
bro, I'll ride in the trunk, brother. You got to come my way anyway. You got to come this way anyway.
65. Are you on 65?
Yeah. No, I'm in Richmond, bro. You gotta.
Oh,
get through
Richmond.
there. Yeah. You know you want to come to Buc-ee's.
Oh my
Those
god.
Yeah.
You got to go to
Oh, we're getting a
Buc-ee's.
Bussies
You got-
soon. We're getting a Bussies within
You're gonna
25
stop at
getting
minutes.
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's. I'll just
Right.
be at the Buc-ee's with my bag, like, hey, what's up?
Jump on. Jump in.
They not have the winged eagle with the black.
They have a lot of the sports titles up right now, which is kind of dumb.
I
Yeah.
hate those, honestly. Like they're just kind of goofy.
Goofy
Yeah.
Like-
shit.
Yeah. I would prefer if they just stuck to like the actual titles. Like it just makes it so hard to look through all these when they have these goofy fucking Minnesota Vikings title. Like
Bro,
Come
on.
Yeah.
You don't want the
Those
fucking
also like
Ohio
never go on
State.
sale too. The
No, they don't, because they got to pay for the.
sports ones. The
licensing.
yeah.
But it's
Dude, get the-
fanatics. They
Dude,
should
the
they
smoking
shouldn't have
skull
to
belt's only
pay for
$322
shit.
right now.
Dude,
Oh, that's cool.
one of the ones I want, man. That's the GOAT right there. When
It's all
Rock
just
threw
sorted
that
by,
shit
like,
into the ocean,
the
when he
dis-
or the lake or whatever, he threw that shit. I was pissed.
Yes.
I was like, how dare you? We'll never get it again. I had toy replicas of that and the Brahma Bull belt, so it had like his logo popping out, the Rock's logo popping out. I still got them somewhere.
I had the
My,
kids version of the smoking skull, the big gold, the undisputed, the hardcore,
Yeah, I've had
intercontinental,
some.
U.S. title. Yeah, I used to play wrestling like with my friends as a kid all the time, and I actually pushed my friend off my bunk bed, and he broke his arm.
Oh my
But
god.
Oh my
I told my parents and his parents that he fell, so I wouldn't get in trouble. So,
Bruh.
bro, I fucking
Hey.
mankind him off the Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
As God is my witness, he is
He's broken in half.
Oh man, good old Dennis.
Well, my fantasy football league's trophy is the Intercontinental title. It's the white strap one that like Cody
sick.
Rhodes had.
Yeah.
That white strap
Yeah.
title is so
I
sick.
bought there's a company called like Trophy Smack or something, and a couple years ago I bought a title belt that's just like fantasy football world champion, and
There
that's
you
what
go.
Hell yeah.
that's what we use. Yeah,
That's
You can
awesome.
buy the Cody Sucks Egg shirt.
I love that Kevin's been doing the classic like old school like Dusty Rhodes shirts.
Dude,
He's
I
updating them.
I love the WWF Intercontinental belt, like with the white,
Mhm.
with the white.
Mhm.
Fuck, oh, that would probably also be one that I would consider.
It's a
That
great
IC
look.
title.
Yeah,
I think that's the one we use as our fantasy league.
Shawn Michaels with that shit, dude.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Sexy
classic.
boy.
They had a yellow one
Sexy
too,
boy.
right?
Yeah, there is a yellow one as well. Yeah.
No, Willie, he needs to fall better. So that's on the guy taking the bump.
You know what? He's got
Right?
he's got to land softer. It's like Edge
Yeah.
jumping off the top of the cage. He landed wrong.
Landing on his fucking legs.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
that's
pushed
his
him.
fault,
He was
bro.
the one that fell. You know,
You got to go. You got to take
he
a
coulda
flat
not
back
failed.
bump.
Dude, I used to wrestle my little cousin, and I would always do the fucking AA on his ass. But we would have
Attitude
we would throw all the pillows and blankets into a pile, and then that's what we would be like jumping on and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I had a trampoline growing up, so I would like hit them with the people's elbow because like we had like the safety net or whatever, and so that wasn't used as a safety net. That was just the ropes. So like I would do the thing where you do this and like run, bounce off the net, bounce off the net, and just drop on with the elbow.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, trampolines were always fun too for wrestling.
That's where you do all the Hardy Boys moves and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bombs,
Yeah.
450s, and
It's how you end up with a broken trampoline, but you had a damn good time doing it.
My younger cousin always thought, he was like, you never hit me with the RKO, but I always get you with the RKO. But I wanted to tell him, like, dude, I'm selling it for you. Like,
right.
Like that the reason I don't ever hit it is because half the job is for you to take the dive.
You got to sell it. Yeah.
You know, like,
it's like when you hit me with the stunner at ICC Con. I had to sell that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got choke slammed. Can't
be sandbagging out here.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Kane mask plus the green T-shirt combo come out at?
Yeah,
at
it might
ICC
have
Con?
to. Yeah. But you got any other topics you guys wanted to bring up on the show, wrestling related, anything like that?
Not that I can think of. I just know I'm fucking hyped for tonight. I'm gonna feel like a fucking kid tonight. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Yep.
And
we're
next
ordering
time-
pizza.
next time-
We're ready.
Oh, it's a classic '90s night at our house. We're gonna order pizza and watch wrestling. It's
I want
1999.
Yeah.
I want to so bad.
How many
but
beers? One
I have
beer.
self-control.
Oh, I've got all my twisted teas. I've got
2
like
beers?
half a case of those. So I'm gonna
What?
go through those too. What?
3 beers.
Bro,
One
so
beer.
I'm in a tough spot. Like I get to watch the Rumble all the way till 9:00. Then I gotta turn it off, and I gotta watch us beat the shit out of Cal and those fucking Razorbacks.
Dude, if I didn't,
I gotta come back.
Yeah.
To
See,
finish
See, you got to
whatever
do what
I
John
don't finish.
does. You put the sports on your laptop or your iPad
Yep.
in front of you.
Yep.
Then
You got to
both.
multi-screen that shit. Man.
See, I
very
would.
fucking
I would.
TikTok brain rot right
But
there.
this my entire house is like counting down the hours to see.
Ah,
Because
Cal
it's
get
John
finished.
Calipari's big return.
Oh,
You think they're gonna
okay.
boo him or
Yeah.
cheer him?
He'll probably if it was me, I'd boo the shit out of him. He'll probably get a cheer. Yeah.
Willie
I hope
is
he gets
spitting
cheered. I would
right
cheer him personally. Me personally. I would cheer
yeah.
him.
I mean, I'm going to
The
cheer him
Rock was
after
always
tonight,
flying around.
but tonight it's a
Dude.
boo.
Well,
If
yeah.
I didn't have to go pick
Pre-game.
Mrs. Coffee up at 10, I would be getting fucked up tonight. But I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You get fucked up on some pizza. You could do that.
Mhm.
No, gotta have
I guess-
self-control.
No tea or gummies for you.
I guess real
No.
quick, we do a round table. And what's your favorite, like your number one favorite moment in wrestling, or what means the most to you? Like, what's your number one moment?
Ooh,
Gosh.
hard.
That's tough.
That's
That is
tough.
really hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just all time, or like that I watched live, because that those are
Well,
two.
like
different
I guess
things.
all like your favorite, however you interpret it.
Okay. Man, for me, it might be Cody finishing the story because that's when I became a wrestling fan. Was that night?
That makes sense.
Like before then, I had a casual interest in wrestling. It's like I knew a little bit about it. Like it was on my radar, but like that storyline and how it concluded, and it was all wrapped up in a neat bow, and it was like this huge moment for WWE and wrestling just in general. Like it made me a fan. So I guess that's got to be it for me.
Dude, I don't fucking know, man. This is like
All right, I'll
Hard
fill
fucking
in.
It's kind of a
I
big
know.
question. It's kind of
Yeah.
a big question.
Yeah, it is. It is. Mine is because whenever I was a kid, I was too young to remember the Dead Man Taker. I only saw the American Badass Taker, and I actually met the Undertaker at Freedom Hall here, but he was in his American
Ooh.
Badass. Yeah, I waited in like a
Nice.
really long line as a kid. Like I tried to go anytime I can, whenever people would be able to take me. But I remember I watched like Dead Man Taker from like VHS tapes and stuff, and and as a kid I was like, I really wish he'd get over this like biker thing and go back to being the Dead Man. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
he got buried alive by Kane at I think a Survivor Series, and then at WrestleMania like they did a big build up between him and Kane, and he returned as the Dead Man. So like me as a kid watching him come out as a Dead Man, they had like 20 druids on each side, like with the fire.
Legendary.
He, like,
we watched a clip of this the other night, baby.
Yeah. Bald Kane is like panicking in the ring.
Yeah,
because his like brother's return, and he that was the first time he was a Dead Man in 4 years, and I had never seen it live, so that I could remember anyway. So I was pretty young, so that's probably like my favorite. The number one that and then Kane unmasking was really big for me too as a kid.
Yeah,
I think I break them down into eras, so I won't go through all those. But my favorite, so my number one favorite moment as a kid is Sting finally winning the world title from Hogan, and like that whole year-long build. I know the match was ass. There's a lot of reasons for that.
That's not going to work for me, brother.
Yeah.
That's not going to work for me, brother.
The whole year-long build of Sting not saying a fucking word, just Sting in the rafters, descending down, etc., 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 etc. But my favorite moment as a kid is finally Hogan tapping
gets over
out.
the hump.
He wins the world title. The entire babyface locker room comes out and has him.
That's like then we got the modern day version of that's the Cody Rhodes finally getting over the Roman hump.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Modern day it'd be like Bryan winning the title at Mania.
Yeah, that's a huge moment. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just Punk coming back both times, AEW and W. Like what a moment. So I could do eras, but it's fine. Yeah.
I think I have two. And both are Royal Rumble, of course.
Oh yeah,
he's a big Rumble guy.
I feel like this is a generic answer a lot of people have, but 2008 Royal Rumble, John Cena coming back.
That's good. I see that clip. I see that clip all the time where Cena comes back.
And then
I was so hyped as a kid when I did.
He got hurt like 5 months before that, and he returned
like 3 months.
Incredibly fast. Yeah, for like what the injury he had. He returned pretty quick.
He came in I'm pretty sure he came in at 30. He was last, so it was just fucking insane. And then another one, and this is like right before I stopped watching, but when Edge had to retire, I think it was in 2011, and then you already know he came back for the Rumble a few years later.
What a return that
9 years later. Yeah, that was I see that clip all the time too. Like you see his eyes, like the emotion
Wasn't that like
when he's like
2020 Royal Rumble. Even that, like I saw
that.
that, and that's when I just wasn't watching it. But that was like such a good moment. Like Edge coming back to WWE was like,
bro, I know
because I was like devastated when he had to retire.
Yeah. Dragon, my favorite meme is whenever like everybody's like New Year, New Me, but it's like Sting taking off the mask and it's Sting.
Yeah. It's just the same thing.
That literally thing comes with a Sting mask that you can have him pull.
Incredible.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Courtney, what would you say your favorite is?
I don't know.
Paul Bear getting thrown in the sewer outside of the
I think watching it with you, Tiffy winning the title has been was
oh my god,
you were over the moon when that happened.
Oh, I bet.
Over the moon. Here's the thing, and like I was so sad because at first I thought they weren't going to do it. So like I was in the chat like, no, Tiffy. Then I was like, yes, Tiffy, yes. I was going to say like in general, just having mid-card now for women and having the women's division actually be something.
It's so good now.
The women's evolution has been awesome to see.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, for example, at Money in the Bank, the women's was the best thing of the whole fucking show for us. We were like, hell yeah, that was fantastic. Like, I agree. I popped the biggest pop I've ever popped when Tiffy won. I was like, about fucking time.
She had so many like fake outs that I've seen.
That's the thing. It was getting so annoying.
Many failed cash-ins. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was getting so annoying. When she pulled it out and during War Games, I was like, oh my fucking god.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so tired at that point. We were all just so ready for her to finally cash in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad it worked out for her. Yeah. But the women's division evolution has been awesome to see since Triple H took over. Like it's just been so much better.
Yeah, that is why I kind of hope AJ Lee comes back and even just for a little bit, or Charlotte for a little bit. I want them to have a little bit of a victory run in a different era.
I'm gonna be freaking out if AJ Lee is in the Rumble tonight.
I really hope she pops
She
in. I really
has to
do.
be, bro.
There's been so much smoke around that. Like, I feel like it's got to happen.
Come on, just do
Yeah.
it. Do it. Do it, please.
Even if it's just a couple spot appearances, and like
Right.
she doesn't hang around very long, it'll mean a lot to people. So
That was a good moment, Willie.
Ever come in at 30? Do it.
oh, when Hogan turned heel, that might be
Yeah.
one of that might be just one of the biggest wrestling
Iconic.
moments of all time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ever.
Who's
Ever.
the third man? Is it Sting? Is it who's the
Sting?
third man?
And then Hogan comes out, and they're just like, "Oh, he's coming to help Macho Man."
Bro,
No,
the trash in the ring.
I was going to say,
while
the
they're
amount that they're
interviewing.
just throwing trash at him
Classic.
afterward was...
yeah.
And that's
And
why
that was in the era of kayfabe, like when it was at its peak too, where people like really took it seriously, and
And it's
they-
a reminder
they
that the
really
audience
believed
is
it was
part...
real.
And
Yeah,
the audience is part of the
it, yeah.
show. And that was one of those moments that really, you got to feel that.
bro, it's such an iconic thing too.
Mhm.
And then, just when you think Hogan can't do any more iconic shit because he's fucking old, when they finally come back to WWE as NWO and he's flips face in the middle of that match with The Rock as Hollywood Hogan.
That was such a good moment. Yeah.
Like that match should have been Hogan and Stone Cold, but I don't think we would have gotten
Mhm.
that if it was Hogan and Stone Cold. It had
There's
to
a
be
lot
Hogan
of
and
those
Rock.
moments.
It had to be Rock. Yeah.
I also feel like a lot of times whenever Stone Cold had matches with people, like other people who weren't super athletic, or especially like older Hogan too,
Yeah.
like it wasn't usually the best. I think The Rock was probably a better.
Yeah.
That's why, like
He,
a lot of the
he had more gas in the tank at that point.
yeah.
The only two matches that Stone Cold never had that I always wanted was him and Hogan, but it would have never worked out. And then him and Punk, which we'll never get.
Oh, wow. Could you imagine him and Punk?
That would be crazy. I'm glad we did get that Kevin Owens and Stone Cold match. That match was awesome.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Dude, Stone Cold took a bump on concrete. Like that
I
was
know.
absurd.
Unbelievable.
And I love the backstage reaction whenever they saw it, because they were like, he just took a bump on concrete. Like that.
So my buddy, I have a
Crazy.
buddy who didn't watch wrestling really at all. So he obviously knows Stone Cold and all that, and he watches and everything now, but he never got to experience like Stone Cold coming out for a match or whatever.
Oh my God.
So for that's his favorite WrestleMania, specifically because he got to see Stone Cold come out and have a match. And I was like, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it.
Stone
Have
Cold
you
was...
seen... Oh, go ahead, babe.
I was going to say, he was so popular in our house. We, in the 90s, we're in a bowling league. I had a Stone Cold bowling ball. Like, it was just, he was
I
everywhere.
used to have Stone Cold posters and everything like everywhere. It's the best.
Have you
and
all
see, I was,
seen-
I guess, of the age where I started getting to where I could remember it, and I actually watching it like right whenever I guess he got his injury and couldn't really wrestle. Because most of my memories are from like that 2001.
Where he's doing like all the
2002,
comedy
2003.
stuff.
Yeah, whenever he's
Yeah.
sort of he's kind of there, but he's also kind of not there.
He's kind of on his way out. You can tell where
Right.
it's like
I had
he's
to-
not really the
yeah.
face anymore. Yeah.
I felt my whole childhood I had to suffer through the Triple H reign of terror because he was just the champion.
He just kept
nonstop.
winning over and over
Yeah, but
and over.
little
Yeah.
Courtney loved that because she loved Triple H. So little Courtney was
Bro,
okay with
Big
I think
Booker
we lost
T
Coffee.
at Mania for that title. Should never.
My bad. That was
He
an
back.
accident.
Oh, good, bro. Oh my God, she's got Ahsoka.
it. Yeah, child.
Mm.
She's gonna freak out when I show you her. I know.
That's our big girl. She's a
Hell
good
yeah.
girl.
Both the boys are sleeping.
I'm so hyped to watch the Rumble. Next time we'll do our Rumble reactions, I guess. We'll talk about our favorite moments.
Oh, bro, you already know going to be in that Discord chat tonight. Freaking the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
I'll
we
be
are.
popping off. I'll be popping off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll have to remember it to get on there.
Yeah.
I popped Friday
Once I
when
finish it, I'll hop in there.
That
when
wrestling
Damien and
channel
Ellie
is
Knight
just
and
hard.
stuff on Friday. I was popped. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah. That Jacob Fatu match was fun. It's just him on the mic is amazing.
Every time he
They
talks,
finally
I
let
was
him
like,
talk, and it's like he's the goat.
It's peak. It's
he's
peak.
So good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
But
know
I
if they
get-
would let
I-
him
Yeah.
talk that way like he did, like on the Indies and MLW and stuff, and then they finally let him talk. I'm like, all right, never mind. There he
The
is.
first time he ever talked,
Just let
Sean
him
like
loose.
squeezed my hand. He was like, "It's happening! It's happening!"
What a dog.
They're finally letting him talk.
Yeah.
Let Fatu speak.
Bro.
Straight up.
Matter of fact, give him all the titles right now. Like, he can hold every one of them. I don't even care.
That would be. They need to book him to be so strong and just absolutely wreck everybody. It'd be so.
Let him win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, you know they're gonna push him a little, and then like the Miz is gonna beat him in just like a mid card match, and it's like, oh, he's
tired
done.
of the Miz.
That's what.
Oh my god!
I feel so bad for.
They've done such a good job booking him so strong that I would be so disappointed if they end up having him lose to some jabroni. Like,
I feel bad for Solo because he's like supposed to be like the head of the opposite side, you know. But then Jacob Fatu is right there, and not only is he better,
he's just so much more threatening, just in general. Yeah.
Solo did put in work though. He deserves some good time off because he put in a lot of time.
He grew into his character too. Like when they first like tried to push him as like the tribal chief or whatever, it was so bad. But like he found his personality, and by the end, like I was kind of pulling for him. I was like, you know what? I kind of dig Solo.
He's all right. Dressing like the Weekend, bro.
Yeah.
I guess last thing before we hop, I don't know how much longer we're going, but do you all have a WWE Mount Rushmore or wrestling Mount Rushmore?
Ooh,
yeah. I could probably come up with it pretty quick.
I could pick that up.
Four
people.
Yeah.
You want to talk about like over? You want to have like one from each era, or just straight up in general?
No,
your choice.
I would just say
your
in
choice.
general. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it could vary for people who haven't seen the old stuff or who haven't seen.
That's true.
A lot of the new stuff, you know.
Okay. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go.
Like
I'll start. I'll go Stone Cold, Flair, and then after that, it kind of gets.
The answer is The Rock, Stone Cold.
Rock didn't wrestle long enough. He went to Hollywood too fast.
He's my favorite of like all.
But that's fine. Yeah,
well,
it's your Mount Rushmore.
I have three, and I'm stumped on the last one. I have Stone Cold, Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker. Yeah, that's a good one.
Consistency.
John Cena.
How long he did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the last one, but those are my three.
I think I would go Stone Cold, Flair, Undertaker. And then I'd hate to do it because I don't like a lot of his career, but Roman Reigns maybe. I mean the Bloodline
Get that
era.
shit out of here.
The Bloodline era. I'm just saying for his impact on pro wrestling as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm putting Cena over Reigns.
Yeah. I love Roman. He kind of brought
completely revolutionized pro wrestling.
He kind of did bring it back.
Yeah.
He kind of did bring it back. Wrestling was down for a while.
Well, we were saying Fatu
like
really
the first
wouldn't have
mega star. You know, he has the Nike deal. You know, he's like the first mega star since
Cena,
that sort of Cena, Randy, Edge era. You know, because I feel like Daniel Bryan was great, but megastar
not like this. Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you are
not
correct.
like
Even though I don't like it.
Yeah.
See, I have to. It's one of these things. I'm gonna have to give it to Roman Reigns, even though I don't want to. I'm gonna have to give it to him.
Mine would probably see it sucks only having to do 4 because I feel like either Andre or Hogan has to be on there. Like I'm not the biggest Hogan fan, but Andre was worldwide in an era where being
fuck Hulk
worldwide.
Hogan. He's not on my.
No, fuck Hulk Hogan for real. But if you're talking about the impact in the industry, if you want to play that,
yeah.
Oh, I know my last one. Okay. Stone Cold, Undertaker, John Cena, Shawn Michaels. There you go.
Sweet chin music.
I'd
no one put Triple H on here.
See, I want to, but there's only 4.
Triple H is awesome, but
yeah. But you know I'll take Roman off if you include Triple H's career running the company too, because like he's transitioned from being one of the best in the company to actually running the company. Like his overall legacy is just unparalleled.
I'm purely looking at wrestling.
And he was also part of DX and Evolution, 2 of the greatest factions.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then, like, also, when you look at how long his career was, it spanned from, like, the beginning of the Attitude Era all the way through to essentially
When he had a
like
heart attack.
what they call the Renaissance era now, where he just retired a few
Mhm.
years ago. So
Yeah, I think
There you
it's. I'm gonna go like
and
Andre.
you can argue he actually brought
Undertaker.
wrestling back because when he started when
Yeah,
he got
really.
into creative control, he actually improved everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Andre, Undertaker, Stone Cold, and there's so many people for the fourth one. For me, God, that's so hard.
All these
It's
answers
either
are
Cena
valid,
or
though.
Triple H.
I hope one day we get to the point where there is a female legacy that's long enough that you can also add to the mix.
Oh yeah,
Trish
you
Stratus.
could do a female
Mhm.
Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore
A
as well.
female.
I'm just glad we can all agree
Mae
that Stone
Young.
Cold is on there.
Yeah, Stone Cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
Like-
Yes, Stone
Yeah.
Cold for sure. Dragon, did you have one? Did you have one?
Yeah, Becky's the GOAT. She's the number
Mhm.
one. Yeah, I have different reasonings for all these, but if I'm just going purely off my favorites, I'm going Flair, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, and Bret Hart. If I'm going strictly off,
Dude, I was gonna say if we could do 5, I would
Bret the
probably put.
Hitman
Bret,
I mean, if we're
I would
talking
probably
about,
put
like-
Bret Hart if
Mhm.
we could do 5.
if we're talking
Courtney cannot
impact on the
stand
business,
Bret
it's
Hart.
complete.
She
It's
can't
completely.
stand that
I-
motherfucker.
I fucking hate Bret Hart. I can't.
Hey.
Even just
Hey.
hearing his name makes me want to jump out of building.
Brett is
He
the
does bitch
GOAT.
about everything constantly, though.
He is
that
the
is
annoying
biggest
about him.
crybaby
He is
bitch
the
I've
biggest
ever
crybaby.
heard in my
But
life.
he was
He
so
wouldn't-
good, though. He was really
He
good.
wouldn't be like that if Bill Goldberg didn't end
He
his
is literally
career.
everything is about. When we watched the Vince McMahon documentaries, it was like, you know what? And I'm making art.
I was
and
an artist.
He's
I was
always
an
the victim.
artist.
He's always the
Bro,
victim.
shut
It's
up.
true.
I can't stand that bitch. If I see him tonight, I'm turning it off.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
turning it off.
Could you imagine if he's fucking
I'm
in the
turning it
Rumble
off.
somehow?
He should
There
have
ain't
came
no
out
way.
with
John
Kevin
thinks
Owens in Texas to fucking beat up Shawn Michaels during the contract signing.
Yeah.
John told me he got a figure of my favorite wrestler. I was like, oh my god, I'm ready. And he came out with this Bret fucking Hart, and I said, throw it in the trash.
Throw that shit away.
Yeah, I mean, if
In
we're
the trash.
talking like impact on business, it's like Andre, Stone Cold, fucking
Yeah, Andre
Yeah.
might have been
Yeah.
like the first like legendary wrestling.
He was
just
because he was
person in
global.
general.
He was a
Yeah.
global superstar in an era where being a global sensation is almost unheard of. You know,
Mhm.
like he was
Willie's
the first.
spitting
Willie,
right
bro.
He
now.
was a big draw.
Willie
Yeah.
is spitting. And
Yeah,
you know, there
most of it
Ric
is
Flair
superstar
was the
Billy
second
Graham.
nature boy, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but come on, man.
But
Ric
if we're
Flair-
doing like
Ric
my
Flair.
favorites,
It's
like
Flair. It's
no,
Flair.
if we're doing like our favorites, my favorites have always been Undertaker, Kane, Triple H, and when I was a kid, I was a really big Hogan fan, like that 2002 era.
Who wasn't? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
can't
then as an
blame
adult,
you.
you're like, hold up, this dude's
Yeah.
But
Once you
Asshole,
figure everything else out, you're like, nah, I
Yeah.
can't do this.
Undertaker, Kane, because I always loved like the supernatural stuff for some reason in wrestling, and it was like the biggest impact on me, I guess. And then Triple H and maybe Shawn. I feel like that's a generic answer for like my favorites.
Yeah.
You know,
Nothing wrong with
love
having,
Shawn Michaels,
having
bro.
common favorites. Yeah, Shawn Michaels is
Fucking
awesome.
Terry Funk. Like I would love Terry Funk. I love the Funker. I wish I could put him on there. You know,
You're right. We should put
Mankind,
Too
Mick
Cool
Foley.
on
Like
there.
Mick is.
Oh,
the
for
goat.
personal favorites,
Mick
I would put
Foley.
Mick Foley
Mick
on
Foley.
on there.
I love
I
Mick.
love
Cactus
love Mick
Jack,
Foley.
Dude Love.
Dude,
That Hell in a Cell
all
match.
all his different characters, and yeah, his hardcore wrestling is
Dude,
unreal.
that Hell in a Cell match
Chris Benoit.
might be my favorite. Oh my
Absolutely
God.
not.
Absolutely not.
You know what's crazy?
Fucking hell.
He used to
Dude,
be so
have
good,
you seen?
bro.
I was watching TikTok earlier, and somebody posted a clip of like when they were like wrestling for the troops or whatever, and they showed like from the point of view of like a soldier with a gun, and they were like, "Take the shot, take the shot." When Ben was walking out, so bad.
You know, me and my cousin joke all the time because we're a similar age. He's a couple years younger, and we were into wrestling as kids. And Chris Benoit, because he won the world title, and then him and Eddie Guerrero had the
What a
moment
moment.
in the ring. Like
Yeah.
Chris Benoit, like became both of our like number one favorite wrestlers at the time, and then that whole happened. So we all the time talk
Mhm.
about it. Like how did that happen? How did he become our favorite?
Crazy.
You want to talk about being like finally excited something happened when they were out there like talking to Triple H trying to figure out who his opponent for Mania was going to be, and they hit Chris Benoit's music and he walked out. I lost my fucking mind. I was like, here we fucking go. And then we get that triple threat match and he wins, and it was then he had to fucking have CTE and to kill his entire family and himself. So
unbelievably tragic.
Asshole.
Yeah, and then he
I
had
love
another
Paul
triple
Heyman's
threat match.
I love Paul Heyman. Have you ever seen the clip of Paul Heyman? He's on a stage talking to a crowd, and somebody yells out, he brings up Chris Benoit as an in-ring performer, and somebody from the crowd yells out, "That's my boy," and then he goes off talking about like, "You're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
Blah blah. Like it's so good. Like you can talk about his in-ring ability, but once you bring up like the person,
the man himself, no.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why he's shunned. That's not.
Yeah, they don't promote him. They don't do anything.
They don't want to
with it,
even
and
associate
they-
with
And
no
they shouldn't.
association.
And they
No,
shouldn't.
they shouldn't.
I do kind of feel bad for his son because his son is apparently a wrestler and he looks just like him. But I don't feel like WWE will ever let him.
Nah,
God,
I don't think they'll ever touch him.
If he ever gets pushed, it won't be under the name Benoit. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't even see that happening. I really don't. It's so taboo.
Nah.
And he's huge in the true
it would
crime
be
world.
Too big of
Yeah,
a
there's
hot
no way.
button thing. No, there's no way.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
Is that his son from a former marriage? Right? Because
I have no idea.
I didn't think any of
couldn't tell
his.
I don't know anything about his other family.
Mhm.
It's probably from someone else, maybe.
Yeah, because I
I
thought
don't know.
that he. Yeah. Hmm.
Moving on. Unbelievably tragic, but
I was
and
gonna say-
this is supposed to be a positive show. Let's steer this back to what we love about wrestling. But I've really been enjoying
Oh, there he is.
That's my man right there. Woo, woo, woo.
Paul Heyman. I've
When
really
they
been
put him through the
enjoying
table, I said no.
the speculation with like the favor that he owes CM Punk. Yeah. I wonder if we'll see that kind of play out tonight. Maybe that's how they like maybe Paul calls in a favor with somebody, or maybe he even pulls somebody out of the ring somehow. We'll see.
Mhm.
Anytime Paul comes out, I'm excited. I think he
Yeah,
just.
the favor thing is interesting. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
It's an interesting little dynamic they have playing out with that. Like, I wonder how that'll turn out.
Mhm.
What do you all think about? I don't know because I know that there's a new allegation against him, so I don't think it'll
Brock
happen.
Lesnar?
But about
No.
Brock Lesnar. I was
Yeah.
kind of thinking like it might make sense for him to return tonight, but then like
It
apparently he
would,
just now
but-
got named again.
They finally
Well, we
named
talked-
him.
Never mind.
We talked about this today, okay, and I don't know, and John and I were talking. We don't know enough, so feel free to correct. So the thing that came out was like, McMahon was having this girl, send things, and Brock was like, "Oh, I like what I see." Here's the thing, though. John was saying, like,
Brock didn't really
he didn't
do
ask for
anything,
that,
though.
right? I mean,
Right.
I don't know. I don't like him regardless, but like, do we have actual
I
factual
don't-
evidence that shows that he partaked in things that were inappropriate, or did he only just receive them?
I
don't know enough
remember
about it,
if
so.
I don't
Mhm.
remember if there was anything about him actually doing anything. I just know that
Mm-hmm.
maybe he asked for. I can't remember. I'd
Mhm.
have to look at it again.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
so
we were talking
awful
about
to
today.
read. It's hard to
Right.
read.
Yeah.
But like, I just think with him even being associated with it and now being
Yeah,
named,
they're gonna
well,
distance
they
themselves.
just won't
Mhm.
even-
Yeah.
I agree, 100%.
It's for the best in general. No storyline is worth the potential
This is
backlash from
why-
that. Yeah.
This is why a couple years ago they should have given us Gunther and Brock so we could be done. We could
While
have
we
the
still
match
could have
and
had
we
it.
could have-
Yeah.
While we could have had
Yeah.
it.
But now, if he never goes into WWE ring again, the last moment is him like acknowledging Cody Rhodes. after
Yeah.
that
And that's
whole thing,
that's
so.
kind of a good,
That's a
that's
decent
kind of
send-off.
an ideal way where he's putting over somebody, which is exactly what anybody old should be doing.
Yeah. The only
Yeah.
sucky thing about it is like he's not going to be in any of the 2K games. Which sucks.
That's true.
but
What are you gonna do?
but if he did what he did, then or what they
Yeah.
or I guess I don't know enough about it.
Mhm,
Then,
mhm.
Yeah, I don't either. I'd have to read
That's
it.
what we were
again.
saying. We just don't
Yeah.
know enough to really
Yeah.
know or to comment either way. Yeah.
But
Well, let's see what happens
see.
tonight.
We'll
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a good night, man. It's gonna be a lot of good shit happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm hyped.
I'm ready for that Kane return
wait.
tonight. You know, nice from Nashville, 6-hour drive he can do.
Yeah. Bold prediction for tonight, though, is I think Rhea ends up wrestling in the men's match.
That's your big one. Okay.
That's
I think it's probably likely.
We will see.
So he's gonna throw Dominic over the top rope. It's gonna happen.
Oh my god, I think he's so funny. I really do.
Their whole dynamic is so funny. Even though the Liv and Rhea feud got really stale and it needed to end,
It went on.
Their whole dynamic kept it at least a little bit entertaining to me.
Having Liv just do nothing with anybody and just kind of waiting on Rhea to come back really showcased how weak that Raw women's division is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we needed more people on there, so I feel bad. Like, I'm glad she got that run or whatever and all that, but it's time to move on. And if Io doesn't win tonight, I feel like it's going to be Rhea and Liv again. It's just like,
I hope not.
I really don't. I will be extremely disappointed.
At this point, I would have rather Liv retained against Rhea and then she fought somebody else. Or Rhea, either way.
I don't know why they couldn't do some sort of filler arc with Io,
Also,
and actually have that like last more than like a couple matches, because they wrestled at like Saturday Night's Main Event and that was it.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, now that Rhea and Damien, the Terror Twins are separated. It's also interesting because they could have done a side, story with them a little bit and kind of like they were doing for a hot second and kind of taking her away from the Liv story, but now they're on two different brands. So
just anything, just get her away from Liv. Let Liv cool off some different mid-card title, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm tired of that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of seeing fucking clips of it. I damn sure don't want to see it tonight when I come back.
Who do you all think is the person to take the belt from Cody eventually? Whether it be at WrestleMania or even beyond, who do you think does it?
Ooh. For a while, I was afraid they were going to do Roman Cody 3 and just have Roman take it back. I really don't want that to happen.
Please don't.
I can see it being Punk. I think that would be good.
Cena or Punk, yeah. I think they'll lose it.
Yeah, Cena or Punk. I think
if either one of them wins the Rumble, I think that's who it'll be.
Give Cena 17, bro. Come on, give it to him, please.
And I want to see Cody turn heel, man. I think that would.
Homelander Cody. Homelander Cody.
I know, but I wish it would.
For a second, I thought maybe Rollins, but I don't know what they're doing with his story now.
I think it would be neat if Seth eliminates. Like, what if Seth eliminates Roman? And then they have another good feud.
Okay.
Because they were brothers a long time ago.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a lot of meat left on that bone still.
And it would take us just a smidge away from I get so tired of Roman because number one, I didn't watch live through when he came up, and he annoys the shit out of me because he just shows up twice a year. He runs in, he does amazing. He leaves. He just gets on my nerves. So I would love for him to have a different storyline where like we get to start fresh. We're not always relying on the OGC character.
No matter who it is,
to get to that.
Right. Yeah. No matter who it is, I don't want a part-time champion. That's the one thing.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just grown on me so much because I feel like his aura is bigger than his.
He's got aura.
So like it's almost like his impact is bigger whenever he's not there than when he's there. Also, but
it's true.
That's also part of Paul Heyman. Like Paul Heyman does a lot of the heavy lifting there too. Whenever he's with him every day. So
you're exactly right. You are right, but it just gets to the point where it's like this is how I feel about Cena right now. I'm like, when are you going to show up?
Yeah,
that's why I think it might be Punk that does it. Like Cena winning and then getting the title would be cool. But
hey, I mean, Punk.
I don't know how many times he'll be on TV and defending.
Have Punk win the title and then do a Cena versus Punk. Come on.
Yeah.
Run that back. That was a cinema back in the day between those two.
I mean, either way, if Cena wins, it'll have to be a short run with it anyway.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just give it to him. Give it to him. Come on, 17.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let him hold it for like a couple, like month, 2 months, maybe like two PLEs, have him do a match against like Randy or something.
Mhm.
Get kind of play the hits a little bit. Like have Cody, have John Cena and Randy Orton, and have him and Punk. Like that would be the playbook for me, and also work in some like modern big stars. Like you got to see Cena and Cody, obviously.
Yeah.
That needs to happen.
I really want. We're obviously going to get a Braun world title reign at some point, so that'd be cool to see him. Be cool to see him take it off
awesome.
somebody like Cena or something.
Yeah,
I want Jay
kind
Uso to
of a
hold the
passing
world
of the
title.
torch.
Yeah, I want Jay to hold a world title so bad I can't stand it.
You know,
I'm
that's
sick
a
of
good
He's
point.
he's so over. He needs
I'm
he
sick
needs
of getting
the world
It's
heavyweight championship, man.
It's getting disrespectful at this point. It truly is. Like you
Like, he
have him
doesn't
come
have
out
to
and have a
have a
10-minute
long
heat
run,
session,
but-
and you
It's
can't
like
get him a title.
yeah.
He'll be
Right.
a good transitional champion. You know, I
Yes.
think
Yes.
I think that's a good. But
Couple
I
months.
also, part of me thinks like, what if? Because I know they probably don't want to give Jay a big title run, but what if they make him the Royal Rumble winner and that's his big moment instead of having and then have a WrestleMania main event match for main event Jey Uso? But even if he doesn't win the match, he still has the Rumble
still was
and
there.
he
But
still
then,
has the
like,
Rumble
okay.
victory on his resume.
for
I like
story-
Then how
that.
do you
for
get Punk at the
storyline?
Rumble? I mean, how do you get Punk at WrestleMania then? Because to me, the only way I can
Yeah.
see him getting there is with the Royal Rumble.
Maybe he'll just start a feud with Kevin
there's
Owens
chamber. There's elimination chamber too.
Yeah.
and there's Elimination Chamber too.
I like Jay winning the Rumble, but then like a fourth world title match and he loses.
Yeah, he's also
again.
already lost
Like,
multiple in a row.
Yeah.
So, but he
Let him
did.
have
He
a
cleanly
normal-
pinned Roman though.
I know.
I
know.
It's so weird, like how they've been
for the
doing
Bloodline
it.
storyline, having Jay take a title off of Roman Reigns would be fucking incredible.
It's
Mhm.
hard.
It would be
Like, I
insane.
think the only other two people in that family that'll be world champions again, like in the future, besides Roman, will be Fatu and Jay.
Mhm.
So, like,
Yeah,
I agree.
they
if
push
you don't
him,
ever
right?
get,
Yeah.
if they don't ever get the title, it's hard to kind of like elevate
Jimmy's not
somebody.
main event.
Jimmy
Jimmy is not main
sucks.
event material.
No.
No, he
Yeah.
is not. He's not.
No,
He's
not
so
as
corny.
guy.
No.
Mm-mm.
They just got to elevate those next two guys. Like Solo will never hold the world title. He's not good
No.
enough, in my opinion.
No.
Even though I do
Yeah.
love him, he's not.
I like
Fatu and Jay,
him,
the right-
but
Mm-hmm. Those are your two.
I mean, as soon as he's got people doing that Fatu chant, it's over.
That's you get the
And
crowd on
people
your side.
started doing
you're
this
getting
shit
the push.
all the time.
Yeah,
Because
everybody
he just-
doing this.
Yeah.
I love
And
You-
like,
I love you, Solo.
the show before or the show of when Solo leaves, the crowd said "I love you, Solo"
Mhm.
before he even said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all he had to do was this. And it
Mhm.
was over.
He's so intense. Just his look, the grills, the
So
hair.
nasty. I love
Like,
it.
The
like when you
eyes.
hear that, when you hear he went to jail, you believe it. He
yeah.
is a nasty
He
guy.
said that last night. He was like, "Oh, you think you're also from the streets?"
I've been
I
in
was
the box.
I've been in the box.
Incredible. John was eating it up. He was like, "Yes."
Jacob Fatu.
Bro, just
Yeah.
send him out the first
Get-
hour of
get a
SmackDown. Let
figure-
him talk.
Get a figure of him put out ASAP. I
I
need a
low-key
Jacob
want
Fatu.
him to win the Rumble. I really do, y'all. He needs it.
And then he beats Cody. And he's
Send
like,
him to the
"There's
moon."
something
Yes.
Neither of
Yeah,
you
you know
can
what?
do.
Yeah.
This is
Dude,
my bloodline.
He'll
now.
be the face. Yeah, his nasty face.
Eventually that Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns.
That's the
has
money
to happen.
match right there. man.
That's the
That's
money
fun.
match. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Rock and Roman. It's Jacob Fatu and Roman. That's
Yeah,
that's
for
the
me,
match.
it's not Rock and Roman. It's
No.
Fatu.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Yeah,
we're all going to be
Fatu.
shocked whenever Dominic Mysterio pulls out the W tonight at the
Hey,
at the
you
Rumble.
know what? I
He
like
can't
Dom.
win anymore.
I like
bro.
Dom.
He cannot win
He
anymore.
can't win anymore though.
Fucking
I
He's a
Rhea.
love
good
Dom.
wrestler, though.
He's
We can't do
funny.
this.
He's so chill. Now, do I think he should win? No, but do I love him whenever he's on the screen? Yes.
Yeah, I
he
like
doesn't.
Dom.
Dom doesn't need any titles. He has Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley fighting over him. All right.
You can't,
Fine.
you cannot be
I
any better than
mean,
that. You
He's
cannot.
got
That's,
his
that's
deadbeat
the
dad.
ultimate trophy right there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And his wife is fine with it. It's great.
She's like, yeah.
You can't win at life any
He-
more than that.
Yeah, he's won as much as anybody can win.
That is fair.
He's the son of a legend. I mean, truly,
Fucking
he's
eating
living the life.
chicken-
Yeah.
He's eating
Deadbeat
chicken
dad.
Eating
titties all
chicken
day.
nuggies.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
deadbeat dad, and
hmm
Facts, he is a deadbeat dad.
I would
That's
like to
pretty
see
much it.
Zelina do okay. I really wish they would push her more.
You
I
and me
like I like
both.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
she's
her. I
cool.
think she's great.
oh yeah, she's really good.
Mhm. That's what the mid card titles are for, man.
Well,
Thank God they did that because the women's mid card was awful without titles.
This is what we need to do. We need to have like someone like Becky and another like women's star win the mid card titles, get them established, and then we go back to the women who need.
No, I want to see Lyra and Becky at Mania. That would be awesome.
That should be.
John loves Lyra
immediately. Yeah.
Book that
I agree.
shit right now.
The other person I can't stand aside from Michin, but Michin is a hate. I don't like BFAB. I really don't. I think she's boring.
She's just boring. Yeah.
There's not much there. Like it's just.
Get to the figures already. You are late.
Who are these basement babies? Yeah, we did talk about figgies.
Spookies.
Come on now.
Hey,
it's the superior co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just yapping now.
We got mommy. This is the best.
Yeah, we got the big red machine in his inverted colors. That's
the big red machine. That's gotta be Zach. That's gotta be Kane.
Yeah, I have John Cena in my hand right now.
Wow.
You can't see him.
He looks so good.
Somebody hit Doug Smith with a chair.
Stone Cold!
Stone Cold!
There's so
with
much
a steel chair!
illness going around.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Nate's spitting low key, bro.
Nate is
hot. Yeah, she is hot. You should look her up.
I mean, my God.
The cameraman knows what he's doing every time.
What's
oh my gosh, when they zoom on her like butt cheeks.
Yeah,
girl.
It was so funny. Like, was it Nia Jax was grabbing her butt in the middle of the match, and they were like laughing about it on social media.
Incredible.
Like, let's just keep the camera right here for a second.
Yeah, right here. They know what they're doing with those women's matches, man. They know what they're doing.
How long do you think it'll be before we get an ultimate Shield Seth Rollins, or should I just go ahead and buy this Elite one? And it comes with the table.
An ultimate? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I feel like they'd be more likely to just put out.
Yeah, it's the greatest
because Moxley is at AEW, and I don't know if he's ever going back anytime soon. I don't know if they'll ever like do anything beyond an Elite with those. I could see them eventually doing like a super the Shield set if we ever get Dean Ambrose back in the company.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do it as an ultimate, just like I don't think they'll ever do an ultimate Roman in that set. So I was going to say earlier that
Roman and
not as
the tribal chief character is just too big for them to.
I mean, they may release a new Shield version of him, but never like that.
Never. Just
I was going to say Cena. Yeah. John Cena is the new fan takeover Amazon Ultimate, so that'll be coming soon.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, he's right here.
I really want this. I actually think I'm going to buy this Shawn Michaels. I have a cart right now on Ringside. I got the Hardcore Kane, the Greatest Hits. I got Paul Bearer, and then I got the From the Vault. DX
you gotta get that ship. Put in that ship 360.
Yeah.
Get that free shipping.
Wilbon, have you seen the From the Vault Shawn Michaels, the DX one with the Winged Eagle belt? It's so good.
I have that one.
Oh, you have that one? Yeah.
Yep.
That's in my cart right now. I think I'm about to buy it.
Yeah, that one's a W. If you love Shawn in that era, you need to get that one. That one's sick.
I also, last night, I was at Walmart and I saw the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
I was so
close.
It
was the one with the Game Over shirt. It's like the one with the Game Over T-shirt.
It had a T-shirt and pants with it. I think it did say Game Over.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's sick. That one's the updated body, so that one has like butterfly joints and all that stuff. So that one's the one you should pick up.
Does it have barbell hips and ankle pivot?
Probably. I know the Ultimates have drop down hips.
They got a damaged package. Old Undertaker in Kane disguise, bro.
I saw it. I was just looking at that too.
It's only $1. I think I'm gonna have to buy that just to get a Kane on the shelf.
It's only $1.
No, it's $1.
$1 cheaper.
Oh, I was about to say $1. What is this? A Holocom figure? Holocom May $1.
Yeah, where's our Holocom Undertaker, bro?
Yeah. Or baby, you said you got to go.
Yeah, I think it's probably
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Alright.
place to
Yeah,
end it. Almost 3 hours.
We put in a pretty good show for our first episode, but
I thought we were gonna do like an hour and a half, but I'm.
That's what I was
me
thinking
too.
too. But the
there's a lot to
conversation
talk
just kept
about,
rolling.
you know.
Yeah,
A lot to talk
yeah.
about.
But we'll have our thoughts on the Rumble next time.
I got
Yay.
for the sign off. For the sign off.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
If
Yeah.
you guys want more of this, say something, and we'll do it more.
Yeah,
than once a
let
month.
us know. Yeah.
Yeah. We can
Oh,
do a
everybody's
post-show.
popping in now that we're ending. What up, Unk?
Now that we're
What's up, Unc?
Now that we're wrapping up.
Yay. I love it. Zach, that's too cute.
That's hilarious. Yeah, we better see the Pinto mask next time.
It doesn't ship till April, bro.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
it doesn't
In a
ship
couple
till
months.
April.
In a couple months. Maybe by Money in the Bank we'll see it.
I need to get the hair
Zach.
down on this. It's just such a mess.
Or Mania. Maybe by Mania we'll see it.
I want y'all's thoughts in the Discord tonight. I'm gonna try to
Oh,
remember
yeah.
to
No, I'm gonna
comment
be-
as we
I'm
go
gonna be
because I
live
really want to know what y'all
reacting.
think.
I've
Yeah.
been mostly in the Discord when I'm on my work computer lately, which
Mhm.
has been cool because I usually never use it on my phone. But I'll try to
Mm-hmm.
be on there, put some reactions in. And
Well, I'll be posting there live during the show.
Yeah, I'm live reacting.
Appreciate
Win.
you stopping by.
Thank you.
oh wait, I got to get the glove too. I grabbed my leather glove on the way down here. So this is the one I was
Incredible.
chasing Oscar with.
You gotta get the voice changer out and wrap up the show, Zach.
Thank you
Hang
for
on,
watching.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back.
Jesus.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Cloners, are they friendly?
Oh, it depends
Depends on what, Dex.
on how good your manners are, how big your pocketbook is.